All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Trader Shop with me, T. Hobbs, and of course, I got my man Jay Seals in the building. What's going on, brother?
What's up?
Hey, man, nothing much, nothing much. Just a Monday. It is my favorite day of the week. I absolutely love today because I don't trade today anymore. I've officially decided F Mondays, and of course, today will probably be the best Monday ever in the history of Mondays. Just
Probably. And
because.
then he'll go back and be like, yeah, so I'm
Nope,
never doing
I'm
this
not,
again.
dude. I'm never
I'm
going
trading
back.
Mondays.
You know what?
He says this now,
Nope,
but
I'm never going back. I'm
this
going to
no,
be disciplined.
watch. Monday is gonna make NQ's gonna move like 300 points, and
Not gonna
ES is gonna
bother me.
move like 100 points.
Not gonna
He's
bother
gonna be
me.
like, yeah, so about Mondays. We're
No,
going back. We're going
I'm
back.
never going back to Mondays, and the reason why is because I back tested Mondays. Number one, number two, my stats show that I could probably do without Mondays. Put it that way, right? Like
Well,
if
Mondays can
I
do without you.
yeah, if I eliminated Mondays out of my trading at altogether, like my weeks would be so much better. So I'm gonna start eliminating Mondays. I think it's good to kind of take a day, even when the market's open. Even though I'm not trading, I'm gonna be watching the market, right? I'm gonna be paying attention to what the market's doing. I'm still gonna be taking paper trades, all that other type of stuff. But as far as opening up TraderVate, I don't even have the tab open, and I don't plan to open it. So but that being said, let's jump right into it. Is 8 a.m. Eastern. We got a lot to discuss this morning in regards to what is going on with the market this week. Um, First and foremost, we'll jump into why am I on ES? Get out of here, ES. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Because
What are you
it's your favorite. Hey,
doing?
ES
What are you
dropped like
doing?
40 points the other day. I mean, I
Yeah,
guess
it was
NQ dropped
bad.
like 200, but it was a crazy drop.
Yeah, yesterday it was just really bad. The Friday and Thursday were just crazy price action. ES actually dropped a lot further than NQ did from a structural standpoint. They got below Thursday's lows, and
Yeah.
ES didn't never made it below Thursday's lows. So that being said, it is 8 a.m. So it's time for the pre-market plan. Macro on the 4 hour. Okay. The key for the day is going to be rising wedge, rising wedge, rising wedge. You're going to hear me say it a bunch of times because everything is in a rising wedge pattern. If you don't know what a rising wedge pattern is, real quick, it's basically a bear flag, which means that after a period of heavy selling, buyers try to defend, but they're met with heavy selling. At the peak of the rising wedge, usually bulls get exhausted, and then you wait for price to break this wedge, and we go down lower, usually breaking the previous low. So right now, we're not coming up with strength, is what this should. If you don't take away anything else, know that it doesn't look like it has a lot of strength on the way up. So, but that can change. It's the market. Anything can happen. All right. So my macro view is on the 4 hour, we appear to be inside of a rising wedge pattern as buyers are trying to defend Thursday's lows. I say Thursday because Thursday is where the market really made its low print, right? Friday, we came down, but we weren't able to break as low as we did on Thursday, at least on NQ. On ES, we did. So Thursday's lows and potentially break out to the upside of the wedge above the previous gap fill will also mark change of character. So this orange gap fill that I have right here, right? This is the gap fill from Amazon earnings, and we haven't officially filled this gap yet. So if bulls do get a little bit frisky, I expect them to try to fill this gap up to about 475, and then we'll kind of reassess above there. So let's jump right into what I got planned for the day. So on NQ, again, it's going to be playing off these areas, these key levels. One of them being this gap fill, right? So above 14,475, if bulls can prove to me that they can hold this level, then I'll be looking for retest of this level to be bullish. And I'll be looking to take price into this 30-minute supply zone right here at 1460725 through 1468425. And then above here, if bulls want to continue to push, I didn't write it on my plan, but I wrote it here. I guess I did write it on my plan then. But if bulls want to push above 685, then the next test will be at 14760. And then finally all the way to the top of this. So that's if we have just one of those days, you know what I mean? Like we start off at 350, we look up and we're at 800. Not out of the realm of possibility with everything we got going on. So and then bearish, this one's kind of bigger just because there's a lot going on here. But bearish, we have this 1 hour supply zone. So if we just go down to the 1 hour, you see the nice supply zone right there that was formed on the 1 hour. All right, so we got this 1 hour supply zone. So we can look for bears to defend price inside of this 1 hour supply between 1435525 and 1441025, which is also the previous day high. So of course, that always looks to be resistance. So definitely make sure I put that on there. A breakdown here will be further confirmed if we can break below the rising wedge. So this supply zone is important because if we break down, bulls are going to want to defend down here at this, call it a 1 hour demand, call it whatever you want. I'm just going to call it the swing low because it has a gap and there was no proven price action, just hidden price action. So if we break out of this and we fill this gap to the downside, right? So we got this gap that we put in last night. We'll look to fill this gap. So a plan that you could put in for a quick scalp was basically we can look to target the bottom of the gap. So if we look bearish up here, we break out of this supply zone, we can look to target 14272 as we fill the gap, and then kind of reassess to see how price is going to react to this gap fill. We don't know how aggressive these buyers are, but they appear to be wanting to continue price up. So we can look to target the bottom of the gap, created overnight session, and then the previous day low, which is here at 14211, and then Thursday's low at 141450, and then finally this 4 hour demand at 1401325 through 139325, which brings me to my last plan on the day, which is bullish. It's going to be this 4 hour demand zone that was created back here. What date is this? This 4 hour demand zone was created back in May 24th of 2023. So there you go. This demand zone is from 1401325 through 1393650. And we can look at target longs into Thursday's lows. Again, I'm targeting Thursday's lows as a massive part if we break through this level, because I feel like bulls are going to want to defend in this area. So if we break this area and you want to get bullish, you can look to be bullish into this rejection area right here. So those are kind of my thoughts on NQ. I hope that helps you. If not, hey man, I tried. Okay. Justin, what do you got for ES, good sir?
Yeah, my bad. I fucked up. My fucking be adjacent was off.
Uh-oh.
I don't know why it does this. No. I pretty much have my charts, but
okay.
I just wanted to see something fast.
All right.
You mentioned the 4 hour. Oh no, okay, we broke it. Okay, cool. All right, cool. Yeah, no, my charts are good. I believe.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I hate when I see be adjacent not turned on. I'm like, motherfucker, son of a bitch. All right. So, yeah, 4 hour. Cool. All right. So, from like the bigger picture standpoint, it's damn near the same. But like Hobbs said, we put in a new low on ES on Friday, but we ended up getting this relief bounce right here, which you kind of want to see actually, because it's going to give us a good opportunity to see what the market wants to do between the bulls and the bears. So my big question pretty much for the week, because I don't know what's going to happen. This could happen at any point. So that's what I'm saying for the week is, do we end up, where is it? There it is. All right. So do we end up coming down and rejecting off this level right here, potentially coming down and making a lower low? That's scenario one. Or do we end up, coming up somewhere, possibly rejecting, and then finding buyers down here and then reversing, right? Or putting in that inverse head and shoulders. Maybe not the most beautiful inverse head and shoulders, but I'm looking for that inverse head and shoulders pattern on the higher time frame to confirm a market reversal potentially, right? And it doesn't mean that we're necessarily going to be out of the woods as far as the trend goes, but I'm looking for that market shift to happen, right? And I think this could potentially be an area for that to happen, but we need to wait and see what the market actually gives us and see from a technical standpoint what's going to happen. So I'm not trying to call anything, but this is just setting up for what looks like could potentially be a reversal point, or it could be us coming up just to come down. So we'll see what happens there. But today, for today's action, at least on ES, we're opening up in the middle of the range for yesterday. So yesterday's high was 417575, and then the low was 41 412225, which seems like a lot actually for ES. It's like 50 points. So for all y'all ES haters out there, ES is fucking moving. So ES moved 50 points on the day, up to down, and then a little bit back up on Friday. So ES is moving, and it's moving in large ranges, but to the downside. So I think this could be an opportunity, a very good opportunity to continue going lower, or maybe that market shift. So for my bullish plan, let me go down to a lower time frame. Let's check out the hour. All right. So for my bullish plan, we had this nice consolidation. You can see it on the 4-hour chart. It made a 4-hour demand zone. So I want to see if we can pull back price into here and then potentially go long. That also kind of corresponds with this support that we had here that you could see on the 4-hour chart. And that could be that inverse head and shoulders potentially forming if bulls step up right here. And then I'll be looking to take the market long. Targeting this 15-minute supply zone, as well as yesterday's high of day, because those could be areas where we could end up bouncing. Also, high quality is if this 15-minute supply zone, it could potentially also line up with NQ's 30-minute supply zone that we have right here. So if all these coincide, then this could be a nice area to scale out or potentially get into a trade too. You can see I have a 4-hour zone right here that NQ's already testing, so that'll be interesting. And then we have this gap fill to worry about. So ES gapped up, it wicked down, it tried closing the gap, it found buyers. So we have this little sliver left of this gap fill. To the downside, if we don't end up getting up here, because this would be probably my best area to short, or up here, if we don't get to these two areas and we decide to sell off, then I want to see what happens at this gap fill area. I want to see whether we get a bounce or what buyers and sellers want to do here, because there's a lack of volume traded here, right? No trades during the day or overnight have hit this little gap area. It's about a point-ish or so. So I want to see what happens here. Maybe we get a bounce, maybe we don't. But if we sell through here and we sell through here aggressively, then I would like to see this retest. And then I want to see a flush down to the low of day. So I'd be open to shorting that. If we are able to break the low of day, then we're definitely heading to 4106. And I think the bounce could come at the psychological whole number of 4100. I think this level is going to be key. I haven't seen the tape yet to see how many orders are actually sitting there. But I imagine that there are probably no, not yet. So there's not really any good amount of orders sitting at 4100. But I think the closer we get to 4100, I think the more we'll probably see orders start to pile up into here, just because it's such a psychological whole number for people that they'll be wanting to look to either take profits at 4,100, especially if they've been holding since 4,200 or wherever they got in. I think this would be a pretty big target for buyers and sellers to try to do something. So that'd be an area I'd be looking to see what price does and maybe potentially take the market long right there, or we'll see what happens. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself because that's like 40 points down. But then again, Hobbs, yes, is moving 40 to 50 points a day now. So I'm just saying,
bro, first of all, let's be clear. I don't have a problem with ES. That wasn't my argument. I'll trade it. It doesn't bother me either way. Like I like both instruments. Yeah, my argument was that there was one in particular that was, in my opinion, better for scalping.
I'm just giving y'all shit. But before I hand the mic back to you, there's one more thing I want to read today, and that's a market summary. So futures trading higher pre-market as investors wait a week filled with earning reports and the Federal Reserve interest rate decision. Geopolitical issues and increased treasury yields have impacted the U.S. stock market as of late, pushing the S&P down significantly since July. The U.S. Treasury plans to increase auction sizes due to the growing budget deficit, potentially leading to even higher yields. Although inflation is stabilizing, aka stagflation, the Federal Reserve potential reluctance to alter interest rates, coupled with upcoming economic data and corporate earning reports, remain the focal point for investors. So pretty much all that's telling me is there's a lot of reasons for this market to continue to sell off. So
basically,
we'll see what happens, but that's the overall market summary for the week. So we'll see. And also this could be a good day for the market to want to actually rally, just so it can dump a lot.
Yeah, I mean, we got to put that low or that high in on Monday. It is Monday, right? So we're going to attempt to try to put that low or that high in the day, and I'm staying away. But for me, just a couple other things to add, just like Justin was saying, like the overall market, there's no news today, right? So that's one thing to add. That there's nothing on the news docket today, but that's not to say that there isn't a ton of news coming up this week. And then also earnings, there's nothing significant on the day. McDonald's and all that stuff is reporting, but that's not going to move the market. But tomorrow after close, right? Tuesday we got AMD, which is a big one. You know, I'm watching that one to see. I think they're a chip maker or whatever, so I'm watching that one to see how that's going to affect Nvidia.
Them and Qualcomm.
Yeah, Qualcomm too, which will also be, you know, those two will be key into what Nvidia's earnings are going to look like. And if they are bad or if their outlook is bad, you can best believe this market is going to start to come down even further. And then on Thursday, the big dog of them all, we got Apple reporting after close. And then I think the following month, the 21st or something like that, we got Nvidia. So plenty to look out for this week. I mean, we go back over to the news. No news today, but tomorrow we got employment costs, consumer confidence again, Chicago PMI. And then on Wednesday, we got crude oil inventories. We got the JOLTS report, which is huge. And then we got FOMC statements, right? Federal funds rate, the FOMC press conference. Like, it's going to be big. It's a big week, man. And then, like, it doesn't stop there, right? We got factory orders, natural gas, unemployment claims. And then, like I said, we got all of those big earnings coming up as well. So it just continues. It just continues. We got non-farms, average hourly earnings, unemployment rates on Friday. Like, this is going to be a crazy week. So for me, I'm hands off today. I'm like I said, I'm going to be paper trading, working on some strat stuff. But as far as trading, I'm taking Mondays off my resume, just based off my journaling. If you don't journal, you should journal, because journaling has taught me a ton about my trading. So also, I'll be leaving here in a second. I got to take my kiddos to school because the weather's getting cold out here. So let's say good morning to the chat. We got Makai55 in the building, Valdez in the building, Tay2 certified, and Hustler for Life says good morning. Good morning, man. I hope you guys are having a good day. And then last but not least, the U.S. 10-year, not last, but we still got to go over the VIX, but the U.S. 10-year, man, creeping up to that 5% level again, right? Just watching this thing, because as this thing goes up, we just tend to keep coming down. So I'm not calling for doomsday. All I'm saying is the technicals and the patterns that we're seeing are not conducive to being a bull. I mean, you can be a bull or a bear in any market, but overall, the trend has been down, right? So I'm going to take this 9 EMA off of here. I hate having it too many places, but you see Apple, right? Apple moving in that same peculiar fashion, right? Just I think we're just kind of creeping up, waiting till we get to whatever level these mother levels want to take it to, and then they're looking to dump this thing, right? So, and if they're not looking to dump it, then they need to get over some key levels, right? Apple needs to get back over 171. That's all, right? Like, to me, it's not a matter of, because I see people like, you know, going back and forth on Twitter is like, oh, the doomsdayers. Is like, no, we're not doomsdayers. We're reading the chart, right? Like, we're looking at the chart, we're looking at the price action and saying, hey, if bulls can't show me that they can get above certain levels, then I have to remain bearish. Like, it's just that simple. So, I mean, Google's been consolidating between previous day high and previous day low for like ever since it had earnings. Like, it hasn't really moved. It's been in like a $3 consolidation level. So maybe they're accumulating to go higher. I don't know. I just know that we play price action, and that's what we're going to do over here today. So good morning, Mad Moxie. We got the ladies in the building. We got about 9 minutes till market open. So questions, comments, concerns, let me know. How was your day? How was your week of trading last week? Did you work on your trading this weekend? Did you look over any charts this weekend? Did you do any journaling? What did you do in the after hours this weekend to better your trading for this week? And I'll go first. For me, I know, baby. I literally just said it. For me, like, I always do a lot of work. Like, I'm constantly in the lab, like, constantly. I may be a little bit of a workaholic. I don't know. I don't care, because I have a goal in mind, and I'm going to hit my goal, right? So for me, I did a lot of back testing this weekend. I tested out some new things to go along with my strategy. Nothing that's changing my strategy, just looking for things that can give me even more confirmation with my strategy. Um, I did that. I did some journaling. I went back and I looked at all the Mondays. So every time I did a back test, I would hit the go to button on the calendar and I would go to Mondays, or I would be back testing and like I would go to the next day and then like my strategy wouldn't work because the price action would be like super weird. I'd be like, what the heck? And I'd be like, what day is this? And it would be Monday. So I was like, when I was back testing, I was like, and this further confirms that I'm not trading on Mondays. And it's not that Monday doesn't create opportunity, because it 100% does. There were some Mondays when I was back testing that definitely gave me opportunity. I just feel like if you can start to eliminate things out of your strategy, including whole days of trading, right? For me, I think eliminating the days that I'm trading and just watching the market or not watching the market. I watch it because I'm on YouTube, but if I'm not watching it, at least it gives me, you know, I feel like it makes me more efficient, right? If I'm looking to strike, if I'm patient enough to not strike for a whole day, right? And then tomorrow I see the same setups and now I'm ready to strike. Like it just, I don't know. I guess mentally it just makes more sense for me. So what did you guys work on this evening? I'm gonna go check on my kids real quick, but go ahead and tell us in chat what did you work on over the weekend in regards to your trading? If the answer is nothing, the answer is nothing. It's fine. Like I'm not gonna judge you. So hang on.
Well, he's gonna be going anyway, so not gonna, he won't know.
Well, I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about the chat.
Nah,
I know what you worked on. I talked to you all weekend. If you want to tell them what you work on, you can talk to them. I talk to you every day.
yeah, I was actually pretty busy this weekend. Unfortunately, had a lot of shit going on. Just started school. Well, I just started a class. I've been in school for I don't know, about a month now, but I just started 2 new classes. So one of them was an in-person class, which is kind of weird because it didn't really feel in person because there's still majority of the stuff I have to do is all online. We just meet one time a week for 2 hours, and I got a lab afterwards. So basically, there goes 4 hours of my Saturday morning. But I also had a quinceanera to go to right after that. So pretty much my Saturday was a wash. But on Sunday,
Hey,
I back
real quick,
tested.
Jay. I'm gonna go take the kids to school real quick.
Okay. Yep, go ahead. On Sunday, I back tested for a few hours. Pretty much just working on my entries. I've decided for my entries that I'm going to give myself a little bit more room to be wrong. I think we kind of talked about that like a couple of days ago. I think about last week we were talking about how we needed to give ourselves more room on the trades, right? I think somebody in chat asked us, why don't we give ourselves more room, and that way you can take less trades. And I 100% agree with that. One caveat though. If you're going to give yourself more room to be wrong, you also have to size down, right? I mean, I've already sized down anyway, but it's important that you have to be okay with the amount of money you're going to risk per trade, right? So if you're risking, let's say you're risking a mini on NQ, because I know most of y'all play NQ, you're risking a mini and you're risking like $300 per trade, right? That's what, shit, I moved the camera. $300 per trade. That's like I think that's 15 points on NQ, right? $300 per trade. Instead of risking 15 points, if you're continually getting stopped out and but then you see the market going your direction, instead of risking the 15 points, then size down to 5 micros and risk 30 points. Right, it's the same amount, it's the same size, right? You're still risking the $300, but now you're giving yourself more room to be wrong, which in case you'll actually end up hopefully winning more, right? So if you find yourself getting stopped out a lot, I would say size down, give yourself more room, and that way you can risk the same amount of money. You might not make the same amount of money, or you might, because if you think about it, let's say you're going for let's say you're going for 15 points and 30 points, right? That's a 2-to-1, right? You're trying to get 30 points and you're risking 15. Well, if you're doing that, then you could risk 30 points to make 60 points. And you have to hold a bit longer, sure, but at the same time, you'd be making the same amount of money with the same amount of risk, but you're giving yourself more room. So that's where your journaling and backtesting come into play, because you say, hey, look, man, every time I trade, I'm losing only to see it go 60 points in my direction or 90 points in my direction. What the fuck? Okay, well, size down and then go for that 60 points or go for the 90 points. And then you're making the same amount of money you'd be making on a mini, but instead you're doing it on 5 micros and you're giving yourself more room to be wrong, but you're also technically giving yourself more room to be right if you kind of rewire your brain. So that's kind of what I was doing. I think sizing down and giving myself more room also kind of eliminates some of the what do I have? It's impulsiveness. Like I have like an impulsiveness where I feel sometimes like if I don't get in right there, right in that second, I'm gonna miss the trade. Right. So if I'm giving myself an understanding of, hey, I need X, Y, and Z to happen, and it might happen a little bit later than the bottom or close to the bottom reversal point, I'm cool with that because I'm giving myself more room to be wrong. Right. So I don't know, there's just a lot of there's just a lot of things you can do to kind of help yourself in that way, and that's kind of what I'm trying to do, and what I was working on for the weekend. Tay2 Certified says key levels, entry, and higher time frames. Nice, yeah. Key levels definitely another thing. I was working on that too. Like, let me go. I think it was like, let me go to the 9th. I think it was the 9th. This I did it on NQ, but wait, did this go? This did not take me to the 9th. The hell? Whatever. This did not go back to the 9th. Okay, where's the 9th? Scroll all the way over until I find it. All right, here we go. All right, here it is. Yep, on the 9th. Okay, so one thing I was working on for key levels is in the pre-market. Oh, this market's about to go ham. But in the pre-market, a lot of times we saw like levels where it was hard for the market to get above, like right here, where the market kind of made equal highs. And then when we got above it, we pretty much ripped. And so whenever the market's in consolidation in the pre-market, that's one thing that I want to look at, is marking that as a key level. But the market's about to open here in like 2 seconds. So we're already starting to get pretty bullish. Let me check NQ. Yeah, NQ just bounced off of that 4-hour demand zone that I had, like to the tick, like perfectly. All right, market's open. Ding, ding, ding. So let's see if we get a quick rally up into this 30-minute supply zone. Let me go back to ES. ES didn't make it down there, unfortunately. I'm not even in my trade event account yet. All right, here we go. All right. Looks like we're failing at that pre-market high level. Here. Okay, here we go. Yes. Nope. Yes. All right, cool. All right, I had to get set up. All right, yeah, looks like we're failing at pre-market high already. Glad I took calls Friday at close. Nice, yeah. They printed. Nice job, Micaiah. Now, so it looks like we're already pushing up. I don't think I'm going to get this retest into my level on ES, which is fine. Oh, NQ got rejected already, and NQ's coming down, where ES is looking pretty strong at the moment. Interesting. Let me double box this. Go back to the 1 minute. There we go. All right, yeah. So ES is looking pretty strong. NQ is not looking strong. It's back down here at the lows. And I might want to trade this on NQ. This is interesting though. This is weird. NQ is looking very, very weak. Very, very weak. Yeah, Stoneman Open, don't trust this, but it was a good 50% gainer. Hell yeah. You did NQ? Did you do QQQ or SPY for your calls? This is looking. They look completely opposite right now of each other. I don't like this. Let me see what the VIX is doing. Here's the VIX. The VIX is also selling off right now, which is really. This is really fucking weird. The VIX is selling off. SPY, nice. Good job, Makai. So VIX is selling off right now. Okay, NQ just caught a bid. ES never fucking fell down. NQ probably would have been the better instrument to trade since we dipped back down. It's probably much better to get into NQ. NQ would have been a nice long down here in this demand. It broke the low, and then came roaring right back up. And VIX was selling off, and ES was also strong. Very, very interesting open. I'm just gonna let the market kind of develop a little bit, but I think NQ could rip here, but ES is almost in supply. So I don't know. This is like a lot of mixed signals going on right now. But ES is now above its pre-market high, so we'll see what happens. We're looking bullish. We got to take out this high. We got to take out yesterday's high. I really don't want to trade the market long up here. I don't think it's a good idea. So I'll just wait and see. NQ's also ripping. It needs to get above its pre-market high. And this is what I was talking about for that key level, Tay, where like, see how this is, these are equal right here. So this was an area where it was really hard for NQ to get above. So we'll see if this holds, and then ES is moving up into its supply zone. So this could be an area where we could reject. And you said NQ has a pivot at 379. Oops, come on, there we go. And ES has a pivot at 175. Yeah. And so let's see. You got a little bit higher, but I could see us rejecting here or up here at the high of day. And then NQ could struggle here at the 90s, but looks like it's trying to break through. But I'd like to see NQ in supply and ESB in supply while VIX is in demand. This could set up to be a really nice reversal if all three of these can align. So we'll see what happens. The book maps, we got 417375, which is an area that we're breaking through it now. Yeah, I definitely think this could be a really nice reversal coming potentially if all three of these end up aligning and working out. Or even if NQ gets and NQ's having a hard time with its previous high right here. I want to see VIX get some type of bounce though. If we can get some type of bounce off of VIX, NQ starting to sell off. Maybe we put in like a higher low here or something. I'd be open to taking the market short. Once it takes out the buy side liquidity at 14,408, I'm looking to see how it reacts. Okay, so you're looking for the previous day high up there. Gotcha. Yeah, for some shorts. Yeah, I'm open to shorting if NQ gets in its supply while VIX is in demand and ES is in supply. I think that'll be the probably the most high quality of shorts. I'm gonna wait for that. I haven't really seen any reason to short the market yet. We're looking pretty strong, so I'm just gonna wait. But I definitely think that the shorts could come in. So, but I agree with both of you. I think this is an area that's very, very possibly a good short. NQ's looking pretty strong. ES looks like it's ready to take another leg up. Could be making a 5-minute rally based rally here. So I just don't want to. I don't want to short this strength just yet. I would love to see the VIX do something, but the VIX is still pushing down. So the VIX is going to continue to push down. I'll just wait, and I bet you Apple's also pushing. Yeah, there you go. Apple's also pushing. So Apple had a nice consolidation for the first minute, and then it's going ham right now. Hold up, it's strong though. Yeah, it is strong. Uh, 14410 is important level on NQ. That's change of character, but needs to close. It's important. Important thing about change of character is it can also function like mean resistance when we get there. Facts. I just know that gap is going to fill today. The gap to the upside? I was looking at Chipotle, y'all. All right. So this is another base and another rally, another uglier base and rally. All right. So we just rejected off of yesterday's high of day. We're getting a little bit of resistance there. Oh, and we just gapped above it. Wow. I don't even know if we really gapped above it. I don't know what the fuck that was, but no, we definitely did just gap above it. That's interesting. All right, yeah, this market wants to fucking go. This market wants to go. It is looking healthily strong right now. We just broke above yesterday's high of day. This is where I'd be interested in if we get pretty strong action here. We come back and we retest this high of day to go ahead and take the market long. We already broke above y'all's pivot point. The market looks strong as shit. We could end up coming back down to retest this 4369-ish level. This is on the 1 minute. Hold up. Let me see what we look like on the 5 minute. Ew, it's ugly. Hold up. There we go. 5 minute. All right, yeah, this is just a straight up. All right, so we did struggle at this level like I thought we would. This was the pre-market high where we couldn't get above it like twice, and we sold off. We got above it now. I guess you can kind of say we consolidated here, found some new buyers, and then went ham to the upside. ES broke its supply zone, and I see no reason to short this. If anything, I'd maybe try to long it if we came back down to like 4375-ish area, because that's where we kind of found buyers on the 1 minute. Other than that, this has been a very strong open. My next potential short opportunity is at this 30-minute supply zone, but NQ is already basically at that same 30-minute structurally wise. So I don't really have any more or resistance until we get up to 622. So this is a pretty big zone here. So we'll see if we just completely rocket through. There's no sign of stopping though on the VIX. It's still coming down, but this area too has been some resistance for it or support right here. So we'll see what happens. But right now, I don't really see a reason to short the market. If anything, I'd much rather just long it up to this 4185 if we can hold. Let's see what happens. This looks like the top on ES for the first this first push. Man, what a push it was too. Jesus Christ. We're holding yesterday's Friday's high. And then let's go ahead and mark this was Friday. Is this Friday's high? Yeah, this is Friday's high right here. All right. And then we got Friday's high right here for NQ. Like that. All right. It's looking like we want another base on the 5 minute. Oh my god. Shit's about to rip. Let's wait and see what happens. We're looking very, very bullish right now, though. We'll see if this high of day can hold. which it looks like it's trying. If it can hold, we might get a quick push into 4185 ish area. And it looks like we're just consolidating again on NQ. It's more consolidation. And we haven't seen any sign of stopping from the VIX. The VIX is continuing to hold this. And if this can break down, oof, here comes ES making another new high. And NQ's also pushing as well. All right, we just failed to break the high, or failed to break and hold above, but we'll see. See how this candle closes. We've got 6 seconds. I think we want to push here. Yeah. And right back down. Let's see. NQ's coming down. VIX is starting to reject a little bit, but still nothing super convincing. There's no reason to short this market. No reason whatsoever. Damn. Bulls just look extra strong right now. Let me look to the left and see if there's anything crazy. Yeah, if we get above 4180, there's not going to be much stopping us from getting back up to this 30-minute supply zone on ES. VIX is continuing to hold. NQ is continuing to hold. We're continuing this kind of consolidation. This could be another basing to go higher, potentially. I think I'd still be open to shorting the market, though. If NQ can start to catch a rejection. But right now, with NQ looking, or not NQ, with VIX looking so strong, I don't think there's any reason to try to short this. And every time we get some type of little rejection, I mean, they just buy it right back up. We're looking extremely strong, extremely strong from the bulls. But I don't want to long it up here. I want some type of pullback, something into like the 4173-ish area. This closed pretty bullish. And we're breaking above 4180 right now. That was another level of tough resistance from Friday where the market held, but we just broke that liquidity there. So we could be coming down. We could come down, but I want to see a retracement. NQ just broke its high. ES broke its high. We're continuing to break highs. Buying continues to be strong. Jesus Christ. And VIX is still pushing down. Apple is basically flagging and looks like it's ready to take another leg up as well. Let's check out the rest of the stocks. Let's see, Nvidia's up $8, Tesla's up $2, Microsoft's up $6. Let's throw Microsoft up here. Yeah. Oh, Microsoft fucking bounced off my 1 hour. Went nuts. That's a 1 month, never mind. 25 minutes. All right. Yeah, Microsoft is getting up there. Apple is still trying to push, is trying to hold its highs. VIX, we're finally starting to get low wicks on the VIX, but I still wouldn't take the market short, though. I wouldn't take the market long either, though. I want to wait until we get some type of retracement. I need to see some type of pullback. If we're just going to head up forever and ever and ever, I'm not going to take the market long. But I want to see some type of pullback. Jesus Christ, give me something, market. Give me something. Yeah, I'll just wait for a pullback at this point. If we skyrocket up into this area, then that's fine too. Um, which it looks like we're going to. But with this strength, I can't short the market. I can't do it. All right, NQ just broke its supply zone. It's above its high of day. I mean, the only thing I can think of right now for a trade is potentially coming back to retest the high of day. Like that's, or no, sorry, to get long, I need to see like a high of day retest. I know we got the retest here, but I would rather see us push out, come back, retest, and then move up because this is ridiculous. VIX is continuing to sell off. Apple's continuing to push. Microsoft's continuing to push. NQ is losing its fucking mind. I think NQ probably had the best setup of the day with this failed low of daybreak and then the rally where ES just never got it. ES just fucking rallied its ass off the entire time. So pretty much just in a waiting pattern at this point. Kids dropped off successfully.
Yeah. What up, man? What up?
Well, you just missed the most. It was a weird open. It was a weird open because ES and fucking VIX decided they wanted to sell off / push, and NQ sold off right back into the demand zone, which was actually perfect. It was a really perfect hold for NQ. Mm-hmm. And then we have just not stopped on NQ. We've just been pushing where ES has just pushed this entire time.
Yeah, it looks like it looked pretty textbook. I mean, we were we were looking bullish inside of this wedge, and I kept saying it even last night when I was taking that paper trade. I was like, there's just a lot of buying going down at these lows, and then that gap, 100-point gap up, pretty much was like the kind of sign on the wall. It was like, okay, bulls are and kind of like what we talked about last night, like for the overall market, like they have to defend down here. Like if they don't defend here, we're gonna start to see some pretty bearish signs. And to me, this is just the start of their defense, right? So they got a lot of work to do. Today could be a very, I mean, what did I say before we started the stream? I said it's either going to be a consolidation day or whichever direction we break out, it's going to be aggressive. It has to be. So,
yeah. See you later, Micaiah. Micaiah says, well, I got to do some work in other buildings today, so I'm rolling out for the day. Might be back later. Good luck, folks. See you, Micaiah.
All right, man. Take it easy, Micaiah.
Yeah, I think my hypothesis is that ES had to be stronger than NQ because ES is trying to catch up with NQ's price action. And so that could be a reason why ES might have just ripped out the gates, where NQ came down, kind of touched supply or touched demand, and then decided to rocket ship back up to kind of give ES almost like a little head start. Because I was hoping that they basically, my plan was all three of them are going to be in areas of rejection and they would all reject. And now you can see VIX is kind of trying to get that rejection, but I would really like to see ES come up to this 30-minute.
We're almost at the top of that gap. That gap is at the top of that gap is at 475 on NQ. ES doesn't have that same gap until ES's next gap is at that same Amazon gap is on ES is like 4202. So it's like way up there for ES. I don't know. I think that's the Amazon gap. Yeah.
Okay, we did fill that gap on.
Yeah. So on NQ, we're filling the gap. On ES, we're almost up to it. So you remember how NQ reacted when it tried to fill the gap for the first time? So if I was looking to be short, I would probably on ES be looking for like that 30-minute supply or that 15-minute supply.
That's what I'm doing.
That same type of supply that we got on NQ on Friday. Looks like we have it at October 26th. Just heading into that gap fill. So that's where I would be looking to potentially get short.
That's where I'm looking to. I'm looking for that 30-minute. And I'm trying to see if, like, because NQ right now, the candles aren't looking as strong as they were before on the 1 minute. It looks like we're starting to kind of get them. Yeah, looks like we're starting to kind of get these wicks coming in at these highs. Looking at the tape too, at least for ES, it's looking like buying is starting to kind of slow down. It doesn't look as strong as it was before. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'll just react. I can tell you what it looks like, but it's going to tell you what it is. So
Yeah,
I'll just
Discord
wait.
family kind of scarce this morning, ain't they?
Yeah,
Everybody decided to take Monday off.
I'm waiting for the. I'm hoping this VIX is going to bounce here too. On the 15 minute, it's looking like this could be the potential start of the bounce on VIX, but I don't know for how long. How long lived it's going to be.
Yeah, I don't know. My plan would be for ES is just see how we react when we get to 41.85.
That is my plan. There's a lot of
Yeah.
order. There's a good amount of order sitting up there too. So,
Mhm.
but we'll see. We're
For
okay. Now
NQ,
we're
it looks
starting to
like
get
we're
that
getting
sell off.
we literally just filled that gap. Wow, like right to a tick. We filled that gap at 44.75 and immediately found sellers. So this would
Yeah,
be interesting to me. This would fit my plan as a potential rejection spot. So let's see if we go back up and retest it.
yeah, we're getting that. We're getting that sell off. But God damn, we were so bullish on the way up here. I would much
Hmm.
rather. I would much rather let this thing sell off. Just to, my true plan, honestly, is to try to allow this thing to sell off. I want to try to long this up into four one
Yeah,
eight
I think that's
five.
a good idea as well. I think either one of those plans could work out. I think staying with the trend, allowing this to sell back off into where we just pushed out of, would be a nice like if we could aggressively come back down, looking to long this thing for NQ at 367, and then on ES, we didn't really get the structure that I like. But I mean, if price wanted to come all the way back down to 41.61, I'd be open to long it, or up above 41.69 is where I'd be looking to long it, right
I,
above those highs right there.
yeah, I think. Well, my area of interest is 417575, which is the previous high of day.
Yeah.
We kind of we got above it, came back and retested it and held it.
Hmm.
But this could, yeah, it looks like we want to stop where we kind of made this little, I
Yeah,
guess,
I don't think the
lower
market's ready
here.
to be shorted. I would definitely be looking for, like I said, areas that you could look to get short at 41.85. I think that'd be a quality short. I just think it'll be short
Short
lived.
lived. Yep, I'm with you on that one.
No pun intended. Like
All puns intended.
today's price action is aggressive. Let's check on the stocks here.
All the stocks are ripping right now. All of them are up.
Yeah, but Apple's pushing into 3 hour supply, got rejected at 171.26. Right. So here, let me share my screen. Uh you see they all look the same though, right? Like Apple's pushing into goddamn Microsoft. Microsoft is above its previous day high and it's got a little bit more room, but it's inside of supply. Apple's right at supply, right? And then I don't really have anything drawn for Google until we get all the way up here to 129. But Nvidia is also inside of supply, right? Not saying that they'll stop here, but you know, it's just things. It's noteworthy to note that they're all stopping at the same supply zone, just like the NQ and ES are. But as far as like correlation to the VIX, um, golly,
Yeah, the VIX just had
push.
one big ass dump candle this morning.
The VIX is inside of demand, but it has another demand zone at 19.25. So if we break
That's what I
below,
got too.
yeah, if we break below 19.78, and I think this push continues, but I think bears are going to want to defend if the VIX gets down to 19.25. That's what I think, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's a pretty far way to go for the VIX too. Honestly,
Yeah,
I know it
and
can. I know it can
but
get
I feel
down
like
there.
at that point the market will be exhausted. Buyers will be a little bit exhausted. So it's
It
like
looks like we're
60
going
points.
for another. It looks like we're going for another push. Uh, it looks like supply is becoming demand at this point, and
Mhm.
the top of that supply zone is becoming a demand zone for buyers to want to hold. So we'll see. I personally would rather. I would. I don't know. This is a tough spot for me. I would much rather watch this thing sell off to get long. I just don't want to long it up here. I don't want to. I don't want to chase this. But I think if we come back down and retest this demand zone one more time and hold it, I'd be a little bit more open to longing the market. But it looks like we're not going to do that. It looks like we want to continue
Looks like
this
we're
up.
holding the top of that trend line, top of that the rising wedge. We're at the top of the rising wedge at least on NQ. We're at the top of the rising wedge here. and we just keep bouncing off of it. So it looks like we're trying to hold support here. For me, I would want to see this just push out of here, build this structure right here on the 5 minute, push above this structure, and then I'd look for a retest into this, because I mean a retest into all this aggressive buying probably won't happen, right? Like a
Oh yeah, we're
retest
not going
into,
back
you know
down
what
that
I mean,
far.
like we're probably not going to come back down here. So I'd rather wait for this structure to form, get above this gap fill, push, and then either short the market back down to this area, or wait for the market to come back to this area and loan the market back up into this area. I think patience at this point, after missing an aggressive move like that, would probably be the best, line of defense right now. It's just, just wait. It'll show itself. It'll give you an opportunity. If you didn't take the initial push this morning, which I'm sure Patrick probably made $50,000 this morning, but if you didn't take the initial push, then there's no reason to try to get long. I mean, again, do whatever you want, but for me, I'm not going to get long in here because there's no real edge here. This market could stop here because this is a very good area of resistance for it to stop, right? We could be putting in this head and shoulders and then potentially pushing down, or I could be right and the market pushes into the 30-minute supply. I'd rather just wait to see what it does, then I'll play the retest. So that's just me.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just waiting. I'm waiting as well. We'll see what happens.
Boom, 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 boom.
Today was a very bullish, aggressive open.
Yeah, I had a good feeling that we'd be aggressive in one direction or the other. I was like, my money's on the Bulls just because I've watched them all night be aggressive, and Bears were aggressive too. It's just they just kept getting met with more and more buying, and I think people are starting to position themselves. Big money is starting to position themselves to buy low, so they can sell high when the earnings drop. So
Yeah, yeah, that could be it too. And Powell
a lot,
speaking here pretty soon.
yeah, it's a lot of liquidity coming into the sell side, so it's just definitely looking like it's about to be a pullback at the very least.
Yeah, right now I'm looking for that. This could be the potential inverse head and shoulders we were looking at, or yeah, this is setting up to look like a potential inverse head and shoulders here, or we could just sell through here. I don't know. Either way, I don't really want to chase the longs, and I wasn't really expecting this area to potentially go short either. So
Yeah,
uh,
this
we'll
is
see. We'll see what
this
happens.
is this is definitely unexpected for me too. I thought I thought for sure we'd hold this area. If I thought for sure Bulls would want to hold this area, which they are still, but I'm curious to see if they hold this area so we can go higher and then get a pullback into this area. That's what I would want to see. But
Yeah,
right now, I can't see myself shorting or long in this market right
yeah, we're still holding this area very nicely though. I'm looking at at least the CBD. Uh, Bulls look a lot stronger down here than Bears
now.
do. Still, what up, Escape? How's it going?
He said, "Good morning. Let's get this money." I know that's right. Let's get this money, bruh.
All right,
Mm.
here come the Bears. Here they come. They're working on it. They're slow again though. Damn, bro, this might
I think
be. I think we're
I
getting
think we're
absorption
just
right
we're just
here.
I think we're just pulling back, and we're about
This,
to push into this little yellow line I got up here and take the fuck off.
yeah, I think we're getting absorption right here, like
Hmm.
actively getting absorption in this area.
Boom, boom. All right, this gap fill is dead now. We can
This
call
is
this a
the
wrap.
fourth test. The fourth test of that area. We couldn't break it. There it goes. Okay, so absorption potentially nullified. Let's see what happens though. See if the market. Nope.
I was about to say, but is there continuation though?
That's the question. We just broke
That
that
is.
area. That could have been the trap right there. It's a trap.
Mhm.
Because even with that strong selling again, like the market is failing to go lower, and that would be that liquidity sweep of the market
Mhm.
back down. Damn near almost touched that high of day.
Mhm.
We'll see.
Yeah, we will. Oh.
We will see. definitely seeing more. It's just seeing more defense from these buyers, man. I want to see what these
I'm
buyers
just gonna
really.
scrub up my Twitter and just start unfollowing all these damn meme coins. I'm just so over it.
Oh yeah, I started doing that already. I'm following a lot of meme coins.
Yeah,
Our
you
weekend
gotta.
was good, man. Hobbs did a lot of back testing and practicing on the strategy. I did a lot less because I was very very busy this weekend. But you know, it
Yeah,
was
the
it
weekend
was a
was
good weekend.
awesome, man. I think I want a bagel. My wife bought flavored cream cheese. You ever had flavored cream cheese?
I don't like cream cheese.
You ever had flavored cream cheese?
I don't like cream cheese, but no, I have not had flavored cream cheese. There's the
Bro,
drop
they
right
got
there.
strawberry cream cheese, pineapple cream cheese. They got garlic herb cream cheese. Freaking amazing.
See, I really like cheese, but like I don't like very like creamy
Yeah, you don't like
cheese.
mayonnaise, so you probably wouldn't like cream cheese. But my daughter doesn't like mayonnaise, but she likes cream cheese. So.
Yeah, there's this when we went to the restaurant, we tried this
Uh
cheese.
huh.
I did not
Wake
like. It
up.
was super creamy. I was like, oh, like I don't like cheesecake either. It's too creamy. I don't like the texture.
I like, I like cheesecake. I like the different types. They got like strawberry, and then like some people do like Oreo cheesecake. Man, it'd be like some fire cheesecakes. What's up with the
I
Dilla?
mean,
Did you catch him?
yeah, I was about to answer you. No, I did not catch the armadillo. Uh, I think he moved out, man. I honestly do. It's been like 5 days, and he hasn't come back. I think he found a new home. So my plan is to get a smoke bomb and smoke his ass out. And
Either that, or
if
you
he's
just
in
smoke
there,
your ground up.
yeah, if he's in there, he'll die. If not, then he won't. I don't know. But I'm gonna cover that hole up here pretty soon. Is my
You don't think the
plan.
Bears? I don't think they want this fight either, but they don't look aggressive as they have been.
Nah, he's just chilling. He might be Tay. I don't know. Yes, yes, yes. The Dilla is winning. That is very that's
Uh-oh.
facts. That's
Dilla
facts. The
5,
Dilla's
Justin
winning.
0 is too cold for him. Yeah, that may be true too.
Well,
He
my next
plays
door
the night
neighbor said
games.
that there's another hole, so I think he may have moved, but I don't know. We'll see. The Bears are definitely the Bears are definitely stepped back up in control, but I think this is just a pullback. Honestly, I wouldn't say the Bears are back in here yet, but
Yeah, I think we're just still in liquidity or loading up everybody that wants to be bearish this morning. Just racking them up, lining them up so they can knock them down. That's what I think, but we'll see. I think this is just the last little 20 seconds of these little 5-minute candles be real telling. So we'll see what happens.
yeah, this is kind of the area I want. This would be the area where I'd really want to see us hold because
Yeah,
this
this
is an
is
area where
the
we
50%
consolidated
retracement
before
right
we
here.
moved up. So
On NQ, this is the Fibonacci 50% golden pocket here, but we're getting underneath that 9 EMA, which could be a trap, or maybe we hold it. Get this VWAP bounce. Look to take it
he
long.
said, "Bro has two houses." Damn right,
Bro,
he's got two
real.
houses. He got two cribs. He out here living his best motherfucking life.
14,600. I think that's very well in play. Yeah. I actually have that on my pre-market plan as well because I took off the gap fill, the little orange line that was up here. I took it off, but above that, I got us going into 14,607 and then 14,760.50. Like I think today becomes very bullish. I think today puts in the high of the week because the rest of the week we got bad news on incoming. So this is the only day the Bulls should be killing it. Like, I mean, the rest of the week is potentially very very bad, right? Like the rest of this week is lining up for Tank City or Pump City. So we'll see. We got AMD earnings, Qualcomm earnings, Apple earnings, the Fed, FOMC minutes, statements, Fed fund rate, all that stuff. That's never good. It's never good for the market. Like I've
Yeah,
just gotten to the point where like expecting that news to be good is literally exactly what they want you to do. Like it's
well,
never good. Like
Apple earnings should be pretty interesting because this will be the first earnings that come out since Apple put the new phone out. So theoretically, they should have pretty good earnings, or they should at least have a boost in their earnings because of the new iPhone. So I don't know.
but
We'll
the thing
see.
is none of the earnings have been bad for tech stocks. The earnings isn't the problem. They make money. You know,
I mean, I think the market's holding on to certain sectors of the earnings, right? Like the Amazon earnings weren't overall they were fine, except for that one section that was bad. And as soon as they hear one section being bad,
yeah,
that's more than enough. But I
it's more
don't.
than enough. They just need
But
a little sliver of bad news because to them they want to rotate out of tech anyway, right? The way
yeah,
they're looking at it is if the inch because you just have to think like even if the tech is good, right? Even if Apple's doing great, wouldn't you want to buy Apple much cheaper if you can? And where
yeah,
could you park
that's
your money? Because
that's what
the
everything.
thought process is the U.S. tenure is too high, the bonds are too high. So if I can guarantee myself 5% just by putting my money here, why would I then boost up like buy more of these tech companies when I can just sell them and then buy them lower? You know,
Well,
that's the
what
thought process.
I think what could happen though, this is just all speculation.
Yeah,
If Apple does have good earnings, I think that could be an excuse to run Apple up just to dump it again. You know what I mean? Like it'd be a great
yeah,
excuse for them to run it up, put their money in there just for basically like a fake pump, and then just get off of it and just fucking put their money back into the treasury bonds where they know for at least for the foreseeable future they're going to make
yeah,
way more money. They just get it's almost like a quick flip. It's like a drug run. We're going to go run our drugs in Apple real fast, get everybody excited about Apple, dump on their head, and then put our money back where we know it's safe.
yeah. I agree. I agree. And to me, it's all a crapshoot. Like you don't know.
Yeah,
Nobody knows what's going to happen, but it's good conversation.
except
I
for
think I
Apple.
could talk about it all day long.
We need to get some contact. Oh wait, no, never mind. I lied. We don't got no contacts at Apple. We don't know nobody.
Oh, took the fuck off. We will see. Yeah, and I think that's why Bitcoin's taking off too, right? Like Bitcoin's supposed to be like digital gold. So I mean, Bitcoin has the ETF, spot ETF potentially coming out, but I think that's a good reason why Bitcoin is taking off too. Like it's trying to follow gold. But yeah, a lot of people have been making a lot of money playing gold too. I mean, you
All
just
right.
play it long.
So it looks like this was the pullback we were waiting on from NQ and ES. VIX is also rejecting. It got a hard rejection. So I'm hoping for a little bit more push up on the VIX to get rejected, and then this be the pullback to potentially go long.
He
We held that
said,
area real nice.
my man said dump Nasdaq 40%. Low key, I don't disagree. I think that the Nasdaq is the Nasdaq is in for a mean correction, and it's only just started. And for all those that think that it can't happen, I just give you this stat: the Nasdaq was up 40% on the year since January, right? 40%, which seems like a lot. Well, last week the Nasdaq tumbled 10%. So it took it 6 months. It took it 10 months, 11 months to get up 40%, which is it's a lot. It's a lot. It took it 5 days to tumble 10%. So if you think the NASDAQ or any other ETF can't just drop much faster than it pushes, you're crazy.
Yes,
You're
because
crazy.
fear is a much stronger
Much
emotion
stronger
than
tool.
euphoria.
Yeah.
People think about it, like all the people who are most of the people who are getting in at the top are retail, right?
Yeah.
So if they're getting at the top because they heard, oh, fucking the Nasdaq has ran XX amount of points,
Yeah, let me go buy the
year,
NASDAQ.
and fucking and it and fucking whatever analyst says it's a buy, but they said it's a buy, after the pump already happened, because that's what happens is it's a good buy after you should have bought
Oh,
it.
we look like we're trying to build structure to the downside here.
I know. Don't remind me. That's why I'm waiting for this higher low to be put in, but it looks like a lower high might have been put in. So what do they tell people? They tell people, oh, let's buy at the top, but then all that does is give big money the opportunity to sell. They sell at the top and it's a wrap. And then once they sell and retail's underwater, they're like, fuck, we need to sell this. So then they sell it for a loss, and then they're fucked too. So
Yeah, and then guess what? Big money's down there to pick you back up, and they're buying it at the bottom.
yep.
That's what it is. Is like this is a good area for them to buy. Like if we're going, let's just say their overall goal is to get to like 12,000. Like buying here makes sense. It's 50%, closer to where you want to be, so you can buy some here and then sell it later. When we go all the way back up. So this looks like a drop base drop on the 5 minute potentially playing out here. The bears look really aggressive here.
Yeah,
so it looks like if we clear past this golden pocket, we're gonna come down. Let's take a look at the VIX here.
Yeah, are we really gonna give all of this back? I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
VIX held that demand zone very nicely.
It did. It's pumping out of it too.
Mm-hmm. And then, like I said before, Apple was at supply, got rejected. Nvidia was in supply. Microsoft is still holding the previous day high though, so that's interesting. But also, Google's getting rejected, and Tesla's just leading the way. Like Tesla's like, bro, we out of here.
NQ also made lower highs on this way down, where ES made a higher high and then has failed and put in that lower high. So yes,
however,
probably a good idea.
This. There is this here, so I'll share with you guys this, all you NQ watchers. So I'm not giving up on bulls just yet. So there's this here.
Oh,
hang on. I want to get this out. So there's about 220 orders sitting at 14,395. So I would not give up on bulls just yet. Yeah, I like shorts. Yeah, I liked shorts until I looked at the tape and I was like, holy shit, that's a lot of liquidity. So 215 orders on NQ is very unusual. So this could be a trap. Also, this is the 50% retracement at 144.0750 through 1439.75 is a golden pocket right there. So for me, it's a slippery slope here. I would much rather see this either sell off or get a nice bounce, because I don't like when I see conflicting things on the tape that don't line up with what I think is about to happen. And right now we've slapped this 50% retracement 3 times in a row and we just keep bouncing off of it. So go ahead, Jay.
Escape says in our news in Austria, I almost said Australia and I almost gonna be like, oh no, but anyway, says Betzer to sell tech stocks, so it's a good sign we go higher.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna sell.
I don't know what Betzer is.
I don't know what Betzer is either. Is that some Austrian company? Austria, man, that's I didn't know you're from Austria. Isn't that where Arnold Schwarzenegger's from? Isn't he from Austria?
I don't know.
Valdez says, funny thing is, those analysts don't even trade. They don't. They do not watch the markets every morning. That's facts. They just wait and see where the market goes, and they're like, oh, this is up 30%.
As soon as the market hit, like, I think we were down 10 or 20%. Immediately, I got notifications on my phone. S&P down, into correction territory. I'm like, bro, do y'all just have an algorithm that alerts you, or what? Like, yeah, we got a lot of liquidity we're about to try to pick up.
They
down here at 395. So,
they definitely do. They definitely do.
I still like longs down at 368. If we get below the range at 336, then I think I'll look to shorts. But I like longs at 368 on NQ. Between 368 and 392 is where I'd be looking to get long. I still like longs on this dip down until we break to the bottom of this little 15-minute range we're in, or that we put in this morning. So
yeah, for me, I'm gonna I'm pretty much invalidated by long thesis at this point. We're breaking down through all of this. They're giving it all back, but it'll definitely be done if we get below 416,550, the low of day. If we get below that and hold it, I would much rather look for us to come back up to 4173, that 5-minute rally drop base drop. I'd much rather look for us to get back up there and then play the continuation, because this is looking like we want to come down even further. So
yeah, I think we feel this buy side liquidity that I was just showing down at about 395. We come down a little further and then potentially hold down at 369. I'd be looking along anywhere between 369 and 338 is where I'd be looking to get long potentially.
Yeah. See, the really shitty thing about what's going on right now between ES and NQ is NQ is nowhere near its fucking low, but ES is fucking almost at the low of day. NQ has to get all the way back down to its 4-hour. You know what? Okay. New game plan.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd still be open to shorting the market, but what I'm hoping for, real fast. Let me just show you guys. So NQ came down to this 4-hour demand zone right here, right? And then we found buyers and we consolidated down here. So a lot of buying got done down in this area and we broke the low and then rallied. So for me, I guess what I'd want to see, because there's such a disparity between the two, is if this sells off and gets to its 4-hour demand zone, the same time that, I mean, I don't know if we can get down this low. Oh, maybe we can. It just dumped. Well, if ES can get down here at the same time, then see, again, I don't know. This disparity is pretty high, but if they can get down here at the same time, then maybe. But this could be another long opportunity right here because this was the oh my god fucking candle that just happened. So maybe we steal this liquidity here and we
just did a liquidity sweep and we almost tapped right on top of my box here. So
yeah, I'm hoping we can. Waiting. Oh, there's so many scenarios that's playing through my head right now that I'm not sure which one I actually like. So I'm just gonna stay hands off for a minute, knowing that there's that 5-hour supply, but we didn't really get that failed push up like I wanted to see. So I don't know, man. This is kind of a tough day on ES. Monday. I think on NQ was a little bit easier just because we came down to this demand zone, but NQ ES has been a little bit tougher. I've really been hands off and kind of just trying to let the market.
This market is about to come down. They're adding so much liquidity to the downside right now. It looks like last week. They might have just trapped a bunch of bulls here.
Oh, there it is.
What up? What up, Joe? This is the last chance to be a bull right here. Between 362, 368, and 337. Last call. Last call for bulls right here.
Don't last call that shit.
Bro, last call, bro. We popped up above that. We popped up. Remember, we're inside of a rising wedge, right? So all we just did was pop our head above the rising wedge pattern. We got rejected. Now we're headed back to the other end of it. Yeah. Right? The other end is at like 277. So bulls need to defend right here. Bulls need to defend right here, or we're headed down much lower.
This is pretty bearish.
No, sir. Trader base not even open, brother. Not even open. What you say, brother? Yeah, it was nice.
He wasn't even here though.
It was. He's talking about the short.
Yeah, you weren't even here for the short though. When it was developing, you was gone. I thought.
Well, no, I came in at the close of this top candle here. It was 850, so I saw it. But again, remember, I was thinking that this could potentially be a pullback, which I still think it's a pullback. I think this is the long. I'm gonna try longs here. Nope, I don't want to trade on Mondays. Nope,
he said,
I don't.
You want to just.
Nope. I'm gonna take the market long on a paper trade here. It's gonna put my stop below the last chance, bro. Like this is their last opportunity. That's why I'm paper trading. I just want to see. I'm literally coming. It's coming into my box. I want to try just trading. I want to take as many trades as I want.
Hey, Jonah, did you hear him? Did you hear him, Jonah? You hear what he said?
What's up?
He said it's coming into his box right now.
Inside of my gray box.
You can't help it. It's just coming all over that box, huh?
Whoa. At ease, killer. At ease.
Oh, man. All right. We didn't touch this 4160 liquidity. That shit held on ES. I don't know. Where's that liquidity on NQ? Oh,
it's gone.
They broke it.
They already ate all that liquidity, and the market did not come back up. So that's why I say this is the last chance for bulls. Like, if not, we're about to come all the way to 277.
Let's see what the VIX is doing. VIX is getting okay. So VIX is getting
the VIX is at a rejection point right now. So that's why I'm long in the market to see how this works out.
Yeah, it got rejected at VWAP. So definitely could be.
And the VIX is in a rising wedge. It just hasn't broken out to the downside yet. So
okay. I'm interested in longs with you because fucking NQ is back in demand. So last time NQ was in demand, we fucking rallied. So
I just think it's a good area. This is where all the buying started. I mean, bulls have to defend here. If they don't defend here, then the next level to defend is at the bottom of that gap fill. down at 277. If they don't defend 277, this market is going to continue to come down.
Yeah,
it's that simple to me.
I'm with you.
Mm-hmm. This has been a pretty clean day. Very, very clean day. I just know I'm taking it off my resume. That's it. What's going on? Oh, Jonah, I'm literally about to read your comment. Like, what's going on, Jonah? I'm like, wait a minute. That's he in here.
There's a lot of stuff going on the tape right now. They loaded up 4160 and they're continuing to load it up.
I'm long here, so we'll see what happens on a paper trade.
Oh, nope, we just broke it and they flipped it, and let's see what happens.
These motherfuckers is cooking, bro. This tape is cooking.
They tried to flip 4160.
It literally looks like the devil's breath. Like they bleeding out on this tape, bro. But the Bulls have to defend here. Like, they have no choice. They either defend here or we're going to 277. If they don't defend 277, we're going down lower. They have a job to do here, and see if they do it. Yes, exactly. Down to 41, right? Or 42 or whatever. Like, it's bad. Below here is very, very bad. Like, I don't care what analysis you're looking at. If we break below here in 277, it's gonna be bad. Like, this is Bulls have to defend here. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They have to defend here. So whether or not they do it, I don't know. But I think it's a good level to get long.
Yeah, I'm liking NQ's defense right here. I'm definitely interested in longs because NQ is in demand where it's already bounced once.
The tape just hasn't given me a reason to get long. I got long just because we hit my box, but I haven't seen any reason to get long. Here it looks interesting because we're absorbing. Don't
beat your box up now. Just
oh gosh. Oh gosh.
You're gonna catch a charge like what's his face? Jonathan Majors. You better be careful.
All right, let's see.
No. Jonathan Majors is the actor for Marvel.
First gap fill, then rally. You think we fill the gap to the bottom first? That's possible.
I'm liking this for longs right now. I haven't seen quite enough yet, but they just reloaded 41.
They're loaded. They're fighting. They're definitely fighting. Like I said, RTA's gap fill, at least half gap. Yeah, I think we could fill the gap, but I think this is the area where the market has to hold. Like, I think that gap is in play, but they'll save that for later, right? Like, I think that this is the area that the market needs to hold, right? Like, this area right here. Hold on, sorry. This little box, this is where all of that buying came in bright and early this morning, right? So this buyer is going to look to defend his position. This gap fill, we don't know who the fuck is down here, who did this, right? But this is what we know. We know that there's price action here. The gap fill is, estimated price action. This buyer is 100% looking to defend his. You can see it on the tape. He's looking to defend. Whether or not he's successful, I don't know. But I know he's looking to defend, and I'm just going to get long right here because it's a paper trade and I can do what I want. And I know this is what I want to do. Yeah, I do what I want.
I heard that too, Jonah. I do what I want.
I do what I want. Do what I want. Like, shit, leave me alone about my paper trades. Jonah over here like, hey, shut up. I'm not trying to think today, okay? I'm just trying to do. Today is not a thinking day for me. Today is, hey, man, just try it out. See what happens. Right now,
a lot of selling going on down here. Potentially another area of absorption. I'm really liking this area for longs.
And not pink, so they skipped that. All right, hold on. Let me change the color.
It's not the Yoni box.
All right, my bad. Let me chill. Let me chill. He said the problem is your box is pink, or it's not pink, so they skip it over that. Damn. Let me take this red box off of here.
They only care about pink boxes.
Yoni box filled, bro.
Yoni box.
There you go.
Just making shit up.
All right. Bulls got to get out of this area, man. Like I said, I would have rather been long down here if I was going to take this in real life, waiting on confirmation, because we haven't got any confirmation to go long yet, but it's coming, I think.
I agree. They're holding this 4160 level. Yeah. They're not letting it go down. There's a lot of selling. All right.
Just a lot of buying that happened down here.
The liquidity just broke, so I want to see what happens.
All right,
for liquidity to break. As long as we come back up, as long as we
there's more liquidity being added to the tape here.
What'd you say, Jonah?
Yeah.
Oh, call him Cartman. Yeah.
Oh, is that
Oh,
what he
yeah,
said?
yeah,
He
yeah.
says, "I do what I
I do what I
want."
want. Yeah, 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 yeah.
This might be a shoulder that's being put in here, and if we lose on this trade, if this is the shoulder that's being put in here, then I'll wait for another liquidity sweep, like the chat is saying, inside of this liquidity, inside of this gap fill, and I'll look to take it long from there. But I think this is the area that Bulls want to defend. So they're. What's up, brother? I just got stopped out. I mean, I told you where I would close it though. I would have closed it once we came back into like break even. I think I would have closed it for like $200-300 if I was playing two minis, but the buy-in just was way too aggressive at the lows, and that's what made me kind of bullish on today. Honestly, was watching that trade play out. Just because the buy-in was just so aggressive at the lows, I was like, I would not let this go 30 points. I would just cut it here, take a little bit of profit, and just bet on what I'm seeing on the tape. And what I was seeing on the tape was a lot of bullish aggression at those lows. So
man, we are still defending this area. Every time we get back above 4160, they reload orders.
Every time.
I really like that. As long as we hold support in this area, about from 4160 to probably about 4157 ish area.
Well, the problem is that Bulls aren't pushing higher. Right?
No,
like,
they're not.
The problem is that for me to feel good about this trade in real life, I would not want to see the VIX breaking out of my rising wedge. I would much rather see the VIX struggling and push down below my rising wedge pattern. But I'm not seeing that right now. I'm seeing the VIX try to fight to get on the other side of VWAP. So if VIX fights to get on the other side of VWAP and it pushes above, then we'll get stopped out aggressively because they're adding so much liquidity to sell this market. So either they're about to push this market down to oblivion, or this is about to be one hell of a rocket fuel back to the upside.
Oh no, NQ is still holding pretty strong. And it's demand zone. Although we're trying to break it.
No, it is not.
I mean, I know it's coming. I know it's coming down, but I mean, we got a little bit of a bounce.
It must be his internet.
No, it's not my internet. My internet's actually good today.
Well, what part of this is holding strong? He just put in a new low.
That part right there. God damn! Look at that. Wait.
Okay, well, let's see him take out 1347. Again, I'm not against longs down here. I want to see the market go yard down here. I just want to see something of confirmation on the tape. And right now, only thing I'm seeing is that was low of day, and that buyer just tried to defend, and he got fucking gobbled up. So let me see him defend.
But not on ES. For whatever reason, ES has been much stronger today. Yeah, and he did not get gobbled up. I'm waiting to see if we pull back into 4150.
Oh yeah, he looks really nice on ES actually.
Yeah. So I just want to see
long again.
I want to see a push up out of this, but if we start to push up out of this and this guy doesn't fail and he holds, I'm waiting until I see this guy defend. It was a nice position and a nice push up, but I need to see this motherfucker defend. I just don't think that
this candle structure. God damn.
I just don't think that they want to give up this area. All right, so they took off this order, but they're starting to defend. But
here comes the gap fill. I wouldn't stay either in that ugly box. It's not ink. I hate y'all so much. Y'all gonna quit dissing my boxes. Fine, I'm taking the box off. I wouldn't stay in that ugly box either. All right, here comes the gap fill. We're tapping the top of the gap fill now. At 14,325. Let's see if we hold here. Again, for me to get long again, I need to just see. The first long was honestly not a serious long. Like it was just like, let's see what happens at this box. But now what I'm looking for is for the VIX to reject at the same time that NQ rejects. So I'm just gonna watch them both to potentially get long here.
Yeah, I haven't given up on the longs either. We're still holding. That big buyer came in and swept the market. There's a lot of sellers that came in at 4160 as well. A lot of sellers. So potentially we get them underwater, they get stopped out, and we'll come back up. But unfortunately,
they removed that liquidity to the downside up above us too.
So but NQ broke that demand zone. That's unfortunate. But you pointed out that gap fill area, so maybe that's where we get the bounce.
Yeah, again, for me, I would just be patient to see until the bounce comes in. Like at this point, you just be kind of speculating.
Yes, 100% be front running this.
Yeah.
I'm kind of just waiting to see how this 5-minute candle closes as well.
14,300 would be the real gap fill. I think 14,290 is the play for longs. Yeah, that's where I got right here. 14,325 down to 14,272. So somewhere in between here is the gap fill. I mean, the gap fill's right over here. So whatever. Like, you bring it down lower, you bring it down higher. It don't matter. Like, this fucking area is an area where you should be paying attention to for longs.
Huh? Oh, yeah, 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 man. I had to do it. I had to do it. Yeah, we went to oh, here comes that big ass buyer again. We went to a rooftop restaurant. It was fancy. It was nice. It was nice. Got some good food. Had a Haas, we had what's that shit that Glenn was joking us about. Oh, I don't know why I can't think of it. Mimosas. I had a man mosa.
Mimosas.
Yeah, I had a man mosa. I wanted something a little bit stronger, but their bar wasn't. They don't have a full bar for whatever reason.
Yeah, so anytime I get a mimosa, I just drop a shot of tequila in it. It makes it a man mosa.
Yeah, they didn't have anything, so that was kind of shitty. But whatever. So I had a mimosa. My wife had a Bellini, which I've never heard of before then, but
I've had one of those before. They're pretty good.
It's like a peach.
Yeah, they sell them at Olive Garden.
I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. Although I have not been to Olive Garden in a minute either. But yeah, it was good, man. It was good.
After 14,250, there's no liquidity. I mean, I don't know. I think they hold here. That's just I think at some point in between this area, buyers are going to hold. Because, I mean, you see the VIX still hasn't gotten. I mean, we just got back-to-back rejection candles on the VIX here. So this just tells me that there's somebody actively absorbing price down here. So I like longs down here. So in fact, I'm going to take another long right here.
I agree.
I'm going to take bigger size
ES has
here.
not sold off the way NQ has either. Like, ES is holding pretty strong down here at these lows. Yeah, ES hasn't been though. Like, ES rocketed way before NQ did this morning by like a couple of minutes. I was actually kind of shocked. I was hoping we would do the same thing, but we didn't. But I also think it could be, Jonah, because because ES sold off so much more than NQ. So like ES basically was trying to catch up.
All right, I'm long at 335.50.
We had another guy come in and sweep the market again. There's a lot of buying going on down here.
We go up because there's no liquidity. Yeah, I agree. I think we kind of push out of this area. If we get above 345, we'll see what happens. I'm long on a paper trade. I like the rejection on the VIX. I like what I'm seeing on the tape. I just don't like, the only thing I don't like is there's a shit ton of sell side liquidity up there at 345. So I'm just going to give it a smaller stop and see what happens. So long at 335.50. First target is 476. Final target 607.25. I think we come out of here very, very bullish. That's just my opinion. Oh, there goes the drop on the VIX.
All right, I'm in long as well. We're breaking above the previous 5-minute candle. Very, very bullish. I'm putting my stop below the low.
We just snatched up all that liquidity and we didn't push down. That's also a very bullish sign.
Yeah, I'm going for the high day.
Yeah, that's the first target for me too. I'll sell 2 up there.
But I do know that we've got I do know that we have we've got that potential 5-minute that we could return into, so I just gotta be careful of that. But yeah, I think we're about to get really bullish down here as well. That 4160 guy is going to be in trouble if we can get above him.
Yep. I think we're trapping a lot of late sellers here on that low of day break. We're at the bottom of the 15-minute range here. There's a lot of confluences to potentially go long here, so see what happens.
And
I'd rather be in early than late, so we're risking about.
VIX is rejecting off of VWAP, or at least trying to. So
Risk is about 1,000 on 3 minis here. To make 53 or 8,500. Let's see what happens. VIX is still trying to push out of this wedge. Remember, if VIX decides to break this rising wedge pattern that we're in, the market's going to go straight up. It's going to be like, pew. If it doesn't and stays in this pattern and decides to break above VWAP, the market's going to continue down. My bet is that we continue up. We break this pattern and we go up. So, and if we lose on this trade, I'll look to re-enter on if they give us like a liquidity sweep or something like that. So,
yeah, I'm just trying to. It might.
Yeah, it's in a downtrend. It's in a downtrend. It could very well go down. I think the trend is overall up though. Not overall macro perspective, we're down, but today and yesterday's overnight trend is up. So we'll see.
Yeah, the 5 minutes getting a nasty rejection back to the upside, but we'll see. Looks like the bears are trying to push.
Weak ass bulls. Weak ass bulls. You motherfuckers weak as shit up here.
Actually, I'm hoping we could be a little bit early, but this could be the inverse head and shoulders. I was hoping that push down was the part of the inverse head and shoulders, but it's looking like that's I was looking at the 5 minute. Yes. I don't know what it looks like on NQ. Well, even on NQ, we could potentially, this could be the inverse head and shoulders. We could have just been a little bit early. Because if you look at it, we came down, we made the head, and now this could be the shoulder right here. I just might have gotten a little bit early at the top, which is fine. That's why I gave myself more of a stop. But yeah, this is looking like an inverse head and shoulders. I think they look pretty similar.
Yeah, the trade is on the board, man. Let the market decide. I don't give a shit what nobody say. Like the market you gotta decide if it's a good trade or a bad trade. So
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying it looks like an inverse head and shoulders on the 1 minute. I mean, this could fail. Mm-hmm. We could just make a lower high here and continue going lower.
What's that, brother? I've been watching a lot of kids stuff with my kiddos, man. They be watching a bunch of weird shit. Yeah. My son's new one is Big Hero 6 and Spidey and His Amazing Friends that I didn't even know existed on Disney Plus. So
yeah, my daughter used to love watching that show. They got
he got the whole intro memorized. Spidey and His Amazing Friends. Spidey, yeah, bro, he gets so upset now. It used to be Spider-Man. We used to always just say Spider-Man. Now he be like, "No, Daddy, it's Spidey." I'm like, "Yo, chill, bro. Like, chill out. Like, like chill out, bro. Like, relax." Do I look like like, chill out, bro? Like, come on. Oh man, yeah, the kids be funny though, man. I love it.
Looks like NQ's trying to push up out of here.
Yeah, we're just trying to. I'm just waiting on VIX to break this rising wedge pattern. If we get this break, we'll go up. If we don't, then we'll lose on a trade, and I'll look to re-enter. That's simple. My opinion, yeah, it's risky because it's potentially the bottom, and yeah, it is first buyer territory. But I like everything I'm seeing, so I'm not gonna wait. I'm gonna buy it now and see what happens.
Yeah,
take the risk, and everything's a risk. Whether I let this push out, wait for the pullback, all of it's a risk, right? Like, so if I like what I see based off what I've been training for, then why hesitate? Just take the fucking trade. Live with the results.
That's why I told everybody, like, that's why I raised my stop, because had I I mean, I only gave myself a 5 point stop, but that's all I really need to be wrong.
Yeah, 5 or
But
6 points is plenty on ES.
even if that though, like it's at the low. So if we break the low, then I'm just
Then
wrong.
I'm wrong, right? Like
fine.
that's the way I look at it. Like if I see what I like down here at the lows, I see a lot of buying coming down here at the lows. Yeah, it looks bleak for a little bit, but I like the confluence that I'm using. I'm using the VIX. I'm using the VIX's pattern to work in my favor, right? So if the VIX breaks out of this rising wedge pattern, I know that the market can't do anything but go up. It means that the buyers are much stronger than the bulls down here at these lows. I think that the rejection area where the VIX is right now at VWAP, the top of its demand zone, rising wedge pattern, supply zone to the left, like all of these confluences tell me that this is a good area to get long. Now, will this work out now? I don't know. But when do you ever know? Right? Like when do you ever know? There's no situation where you take a trade and you're like, this is 100% gonna work out. If so, motherfucker, I will hire you to pass all my challenges. You know, but at the end of the day, like you just don't know. So you just got to get used to the unknown. You feel me? you gonna come pass all my challenges? Yeah. I didn't say pay you. I said come pass them. I never said anything about payment. What is this? Nah, bro. Nah, man. You know, Chicago. What we really mean by hire, what we really mean is you just keep them. They all said, bro, like we're good at passing. We don't do keep very well.
All right. Just got stopped out of that trade.
All right, we're getting this push up on the VIX. Let's see if this is the ultimate flush down, or is this the push up, or the liquid? All right, I'm stopped out right there. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Oh, Hobbs got stopped out. Even in a paper trade, we pop right back up.
Well, I think my next place to look for long is 43.51. So we're almost there.
Market's bullish. I mean, I think the market, until we break below this wedge, I think the market looks bullish in my opinion. I think this pullback, if you look at it on a higher time frame, like it's aggressive, but in the grand scheme of things, on the 15-minute, if we were to just pull back and look, we're holding the bottom of this wedge. So that to me means that I should be bullish down here at these lows, right? So if you just look at the 15-minute, like just if you were to look at the swing low on October 26th at 11:30, we tapped it again October 27th at 3 o'clock. And now we're down here at these lows again. And what you want to see is this low hold. But it appears that, you know, the market has other plans. Maybe the market wants to continue to jump. I don't know. But I'm not looking for shorts until we break below some of this structure. If we break below the structure, then I'll look for shorts. This aggressive push down looks very, very aggressive. So you just stay out of it for now. For me, it's too late. It's too late to be shorting the market. So I look for longs. But it looks like the market wants to push down below this gap fill down to 270, 14,270. These sellers just keep adding more and more liquidity. Bro, it gap filled 100 points. This gap fill is like 100 points. It's just nuts.
All right, we just touched. Oh man,
there it goes.
The demand zone and popped on
and
ES.
There it goes. Right when they stopped my ass out, it was like, "All right, boys, we got them, boys. We got them, boys.
A little early.
We got them, boys. All right, I'm gonna load this bitch again. Well, you know what I mean, like me in general, not necessarily. The me thought process would have absolutely taken that trade. So it's the same thing. It's just on paper. But I'm back in long here. And they're probably just gonna fake my ass out again and be like, "Gotcha, bitch! I got him again, cause this motherfucker's stupid." Every time we pump, he get in. Look, watch this. Watch me pump it. Watch me pump it.
They loaded the boat. They loaded the boat at 4170 with a lot of orders, like a point and a half.
Escape the Matrix says we're under the 200 and the 59 EMA on the 5 minutes. So I wait. I agree. I think that's a good decision. Again, these are the entries that I'm looking for down here are very high risk. They are very high risk. I know that. They're honestly low risk, right? They're lower risk but higher reward, right? So I understand what everybody sees. I'm not dumb, right? I get it. However, what I see is a potential for a reversal. So I'm going to keep trading it until it proves me wrong. Also, I'm not putting any risk on the table, and right now I haven't been proven wrong. I just keep getting stopped out for my risk. So again, VIX still hasn't broken above this VWAP area, trying to break above it, but can't get it there. I think we're about to have a massive rip here. I can just taste it. See it coming in my box. I hate you so much for making me say that out loud. All right, there's the bullish engulfing on the 5 minute. We were a little early. Maybe should have waited for the liquidity sweep there. Let's see if it can hold, or is this going to be a flush right back down? Because a lot of times what I'll see on these little liquidity sweeps, we'll get this first fake out, right? And bulls will fail right at the 9 EMA, only to come right back down much lower, right? So again, paper trading in real time really helps me. So getting all of these trades out of the way, if I have a trade idea in my mind on a paper trading day, I'm going to take it. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm going to put the risk on the table. There's no risk, so I'm going to take it, right? So for me, this day feels good so far. I've lost nothing. I just know that, Mondays hate me, and I hate Mondays. So therefore, while this trade is on, I'm going to go get me a bagel with some strawberry cream cheese. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm going to wait for a pullback. I like that push out of demand, but I want to see a higher low we put in. But this could just be that stupid ass little consolidation that we get. We build demand right here just to go higher. I'm also aware that could be happening too on the 1 minute. He might not get that pushed back down. If that's the case, then fuck it. I'll just miss the trade. I don't want to. I don't think it's really chasing down here, but I also don't want to get in at the top. And we haven't really broken above the area where we rejected, so that's another reason why I'll just wait and see if bulls can defend. We got a lot of liquidity at 41.50, so as long as we don't get down there, I think we'll be all right. Not sure what it's looking like on MQ, but we'll see. So I'll just be patient and wait, see if we can't dip back down. Now let's see. Yeah. But Apple caught a little bit of a bid. And Apple never... I'm looking at the 1 minute, never mind. 5 minutes. Yeah. Well, if Apple can put in this higher low too, I think we'll be okay. Yeah, I'm looking at Microsoft too. They report on Thursday. Thursday, the 2nd. I think they're beating too. I agree. I was talking about that earlier. I think they're going to beat because of the new iPhone, but I feel like the market holds on to anything negative. So if even one little thing that comes out that's negative enough, they'll dump it. That could be true too. What day is FOMC? Is that on Thursday as well? Oh, it's on Wednesday. Okay. Yeah. No. Well, Microsoft had that one bad category that was like really bad that made them dump. So it was like their web services or something. Their revenue was down, and I guess it wasn't expected. Yeah, they didn't expect that, so that's why Microsoft dumped or Amazon dumped the way it did. It looks like we were trying to get bullish here. Still want to see this fucking fail, but we could be stopping out. We could stop out a whole bunch of. Yeah, we're about to stop out a whole bunch of shorts here. About to get stopped out. That's what that was. All right, take the market long here. I know this is very very late, but I'm gonna put my stop down below here. Let's see if we continue to. I'm taking real trades, but I'm sized. I'm in 5 micros on ES. I'm a little late on this, so but my stop is below the low of the consolidation. So we'll see. I think we push up into 4170 and then we'll see what happens at 4170.
Oh, look at that. Made all my money back. Shocker. We got the VIX breaking down below that rising wedge pattern right there, just like we were looking for. I shouldn't say expected, but that's what the basis of the trade was based off of, was all of the biting we saw down here at these lows. I saw the VIX in a rising wedge pattern, which is basically the opposite of what's going on over here, right? That's exactly what I wanted to see. So since I saw that, and yeah, I got stopped out the first 2 times I tried the trade, but the trade idea didn't change. Nothing changed other than the fact that I took 2 losses. But I'm not going to give up on the trade idea because I think it's a good trade idea. It just hasn't worked out yet. So if it works out, then we'll push. I think we'll get aggressively out of this area and we'll shoot up there, break these highs up here. And then I think we go up to 600. So I'm long at 336. Stop is below the lows, risking 30 points. And profit target number, the last profit target is 60725.
Yeah, I got in long too, but I got in a little bit later. But my stop is below the next swing, or below this previous swing. So, yeah, I'm gonna try to target the high of day. I think we can get ourselves back up there. But I know 4170 has a shit ton of orders, so that could be a lower high we're trying to put in. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. We may pull back as well here too. So try and just hold through any pullbacks, but we'll see. This will probably be my last trade on this account. I'll switch over to the other account. But
ES gap is at 41.4350. I missed that long. Didn't want to come back to 14.300. Yeah. Again, what I've noticed is when I try to pick a number or an area, I'm always like too early or too late. So what I do is I just try to find things that I like to see on the tape, and I try to put confluences with the VIX. So because the VIX was where it was, and it was getting these really high upper wicks, that gave me my first confluence. It was in a rising wedge pattern, which also tells me the VIX wants to fall. It's in a supply zone to the left where buyers came into the market earlier. So it would make sense for us to push up here, but the market still has to decide, man. Like at the end of the day, like all I can do is put the trade on.
I'm actually going to exit out of this trade. I think this may be the higher low that's being put in.
All right. Ooh, Vega was fire. All right. So from a pullback standpoint, you want to see this third candle kind of break this structure up here, right? you want to see, and I think that's why Justin's kind of potentially exiting his trade here.
I
But
already got out.
you want to see a break of this structure. If we don't get a break of this structure, then that could indicate a potential shoulder being put in here, and then us aggressively pushing down lower to put in a head of an inverse head and shoulder, right? This is the first sign of buyers. This is the riskier play. Again, I don't mind the risk because there's no real risk. It's just, me putting multiple trades in on my day off. Like, that's what I'm using today for. Like, so I can take anything I want whenever I see it, and not because it doesn't fit anything that I would normally trade. I'm trading things that I would normally trade, but I'm seeing things that could be hiccups in what I'm doing, right? Like, for instance, this buy side right here could potentially hold at 1433, or we get this aggressive flush down where it looks like now we're breaking this low, and now buyers are looking to hold, or buyers or sellers are looking like they're about to go aggressively down to the downside, and then we snipe them up for an inverse head and shoulders and then come back here. So we'll see what happens. I still like the trade idea. I like everything about the trade. I was just, as you're walking through it, you're like, oh, okay. When you don't have that stress of, I need to make the money, or I don't want to give anything back, or, all of that other stuff, you can just narrate the trade for what it is, right? It's a trade idea right now. So, I use Mondays, as my day off to paper trade as much as I want now, right? This is my first Monday of doing it, and honestly, I feel good that I'm not trading right now or today. Like, it just feels good to get that first day of watching out of the way, There's just too much going on in this area right now.
Yeah, I was looking at the VIX, and I was thinking like, oh shit, my mindset might change about this, and that this could potentially be the lower high being put in on the VIX to go higher and not actually go lower. And I wasn't really comfortable in my position. Once I saw that, I was like, yeah, maybe I should just get out. So I decided to get out. Small loss. I may look to re-enter though. If we come back up and we get another failure, being that the VIX is in demand, I think that this may be the higher, a lower high being put in, and this was just kind of like a consolidation point to just find more sellers. But if we just continue to sell off, then it's whatever. Like, I just won't. But
something's going to happen in the next 30 minutes. We're approaching that 10:30 time frame. I think the VIX broke its wedge, and I think it's coming back up to retest the wedge. And if it doesn't get on the other side of VWAP, which it's struggled to get to multiple times, if it doesn't get on the other side of VWAP and break this structure, I still like longs. If it gets on the other side and breaks the structure, then I think longs are probably going to be invalidated, because at that point, NQ will probably be on the other side of this wedge and pushing down, So
yeah,
the market has a decision to make right here, and I don't like the price action thus far. So I'm actually more happy with my freaking Monday decision than ever. So I think the market wants to push out of this area, and I'm gonna stick to that. And until the market proves me wrong, I'm just gonna keep saying it, because I'm a strong believer that the market wants to push out of this area. I'm convicted in that thesis. I think the first thing the market needs to do is get above this little line right here, this little shorty stick at 6.4. If we get above this yellow line, I think the market pushes.
Where's the market? We rounded up. So let's see what happens here. Either we're going to round up and we're going to break this, or we're going to fail here and potentially go lower. There's a lot of orders sitting at 41.72. Like, fucking shit ton of orders sitting there.
Yeah, at this point, I don't even care about those orders. I care about these two things right here. If NQ pushes above here and VIX continues to sell off, the market's going to go ham. There's no ifs, ands, or buts in my mind. Like, I know it, and then the book map is just going to start to agree with that, because these two things are what I'm trading, right? Like, so if VIX starts to do something crazy, then I'll look over the book map and I'll see why. But if VIX continues to agree with me, then Bookmap will too. Like, and here comes the buying kind of pushing in. They're trying to get over VWAP now. So they're over 364. If they get above 364 and hold, the next level to get above will be 380. And then this little blue line here is the previous 61% retracement from the uptrend. So that would be a good area to take profit. I'm not going to, but it would. And then the next area will be of struggle will be 410 because it's the previous day high. And then the job of the market will be to get above 477 and then go into this next supply zone on the 30-minute and net us a $16,000 paper trade. That's the goal here. Good morning, you guys. Always talk about liquidity. Why is that so imperative in trading? Oh, good question, Jersh. So I'll show you the difference between liquidity, right? So in trading, you have a few different buyers and sellers, right? So you have buyers and sellers in an auction, right? Those buyers can be aggressive buyers. Those are the people that just hit the buy button or the sell button and buy the market or sell the market, right? And then you have passive buyers and sellers. Those passive buyers and sellers are represented by liquidity, right? They put their orders on the market to push the market or slow the market down. This liquidity that we always talk about, like, hey, there's a lot of liquidity above here, because if that liquidity stays there, it will slow the market down, and then it will be up to the aggressive sellers to push the market down further, right? If this liquidity holds on the buy side, it'll be up to the aggressive buyers to push the market higher. So that's why we pay attention to the liquidity, right? And that's the reason why. Like the more liquidity a stock or an ETF has in it, the easier it is to move it, right? Like it just makes it more and more liquid. It's the cash value that it has. So I hope that answers your question there. And then we'll go back to my trade over here. Okay, there we go. All right, yes, this is a paper trade, but you guys saw my thought process. Would I be playing 3 minis? Fuck no. My size is 5 micros. So you damn right I would have took this same exact trade 3 fucking times. Maybe not the first one, because the first one I was just literally longing just because. But the last 2, I would have 100% took those trades. And I'd be down $600, right? On the 2 trades that I took. Well, the 1 trade that I took, I'd be down 300. But this trade, I'd be back up, whatever 30, 50 points is. I'd be back up 500. I'd be back up 200 on the day right now. But the thought process doesn't change. It doesn't matter if somebody's paper trading, and shout out to Dave, because Dave gets a lot of shit, or ITC gets a lot of shit for paper trading. But it's like, bro, as long as you're not doing it in hindsight, if you're paper trading in real time, what the fuck difference does it make? The only difference is I'm not putting the risk on the table today. However, I'm walking you through my thought process of what I think can happen. That's education, right? Just because your math teacher doesn't take your damn test, doesn't mean that she doesn't know how to take the test, So just FYI. That move made me flip my bias real quick. Let's see if we get above VWAP. Yeah, my bias hasn't changed, man. I think we're bullish, and I explain why I think we're bullish. It's up to the market to decide whether or not I'm wrong, but I've explained on, in thorough detail from the 15-minute why I'm bullish. There's no reason. I'm not gonna say no reason, because you very well could have caught this bearish push down. You very well could have caught it. There's money to be made there, but understanding the structure of the market right now, the structure is bullish. You can't tell me that it's not, right? Like you just can't, right? We drop down, equal lows here, higher highs here, right? Higher lows here, another higher high or equal high that got put in here. Now the market's job, the market has one job right now. It's to go in, it's to go up there, or the bulls have one job. It's to take out this sell side liquidity and go and make a higher high. That's their job. And my guess is that the next level they will target is the next pocket of liquidity, which is the 30-minute supply zone at 607.50. First, they got to get above today's high at 479. And then I think we get aggressively bullish. It's just my opinion. You don't have to believe it. We'll just have to wait and see. Hell, I don't even know if it's true. I just know that that's the way I'm reading the market.
Yeah, I think this is the make it or break it area for the bulls right here, because there's a lot of liquidity up here. So this should act as resistance unless we get above it, which then it won't be resistance. So we'll see.
Yeah, I think when the VIX comes down to 19.960, that's the next area that bulls will try to defend or bears will try to defend, because the VIX will have a job to do in its structure. The VIX structure will need to break its lows. Remember, I said if the VIX comes, I'd be looking to take the market long or short if the VIX comes down to 19.25, is because I think that's where the VIX is going to go. I think that's what's going to push this rally, is the VIX coming down to retest this demand zone down here. So,
well, we're back in that 2-hour demand zone. So the way that I'm looking at this right now is could be the higher, the VIX. So I'm looking at it like that. This could be the higher low that gets put in on the VIX for us to go back to the downside potentially. Yeah. But if we break through all these orders, then that'll be that this theory will be null and void. So we'll see.
So
if ES can break through them, then.
Here, let me get this comment real quick. Mm-hmm. So Jer says, okay, thanks. So the more liquidity, the more the market will go in that direction to get more liquid. Yeah. So think about it like an auction, right? Like the market's job is to facilitate price to buyers and sellers, right? So in a car auction, right? Think about a car auction. If you've never been to one, it's fine. I'll illustrate it for you. In a car auction, a car comes down the lane, right? And they yell out the starting price. Let's say it's $1,000, right? If there are no buyers at 1,000 and then the only thing they can do is sell it, right? They have to bring the price down, right? So they'll say, can we get any bids at 1,000? Right? No bids at 1,000. Okay, we go to 950. We go to 900. We go to 800. It's not to say that the car won't sell for more than 1,000. It's just that at 1,000 we have resistance. Okay, so at 800, let's say we find 50 people that want to buy the car at 800. Well, 50 people can't buy the car. They can't split the car up. So guess what? The price has to go up. So now 800, 850, 900, 950. That's when you get the dude going. So it's the same thing with the market. The market is facilitating price lower until it finds buyers. Those buyers are represented by passive or aggressive, right? The passive buyer is the guy at the auction that put the call in and says, hey, if it comes down to this level, I'm a buyer at this level. The aggressive buyer is the guy that's at the auction raising his hand, putting a little thing up every time, right? That's the aggressive buyer. Same thing for the seller, right? If it gets up here, sell it. I don't want it, right? Same thing. That's the market's job. And the way that liquidity works in an auction, it acts like a magnet to price. So yes, 100%, the market will look to target that liquidity, right? So this pullback is looking kind of weak. We came up to that 61% retracement, which I said was the first profit target or first area that I would look to take profit at 14,390. That was basically the resistance line. So maybe we'll take one contract off right there. We'll take one contract off right there. Okay. And then we'll set this one over here to break even. That way we don't lose on a trade.
Yeah. At this point, I'm just looking for the market to put in a higher low. I like all this liquidity. It got tapped. Sellers.
No problem, man.
Sellers added more to 4170. Send that about 344. And then above that at 4171-ish area, there's 423, 417, 283, and 263. So there's a lot of sellers trying to stop price right here. I just don't want to front run getting in short at this area.
Oh, I thought you were in long.
No, I got out of that trade. I would have got stopped out anyway. So I saved myself a little bit because I got in late. I should have waited for the pullback. I thought we were going to continue and get really bullish up into this area, and that did not happen. So
yeah, I think once we get through all of this resistance, I still like longs. I think we continue to push. I took one contract off right there because that was that 61% retracement level on the way up. So on the way down, it was the retracement level. So on the way up, it'll act as resistance. So I thought that was a good area to take one contract off. So if we hit the 50%, it'll be another good area to take a contract off. I'm not going to because I've already taken profit. But that next area where price is going to reject, I think if I'm looking to short this, I'd be looking to short at 427.5 on between 41425 and roughly 449 is where I'd be looking to short this.
All right, yeah, they're about to break through all this because they just let this.
But I think the market wants to push through all of this, in my opinion.
Yeah, the bears are backing off, so this is about to go crazy here in a second. I think.
Yeah, we got 3,100 on my CVD, but it's been running.
They just let it go. They let it go. Get ready for this push, y'all, because it's about to be incredible. Oh well, maybe yeah. No, they're playing around.
I
with
think
this
this level right here on the VIX, right? Like this level right here, right? If we're just looking at this, if the VIX was just another ETF that I was looking to trade, right? I'd be looking at this area right here as a potential bounce spot for the VIX. Therefore, this resistance just got real fucking important to me. You know what I mean? Because now the VIX is getting that push, right? And this resistance is acting like resistance. So because we're not flushing through this area, does not give me warm and fuzzies right here, right? Like I would actually sell another contract just looking at that. So now I'm very well deleveraged. I've taken most of my profits off the table just because that was a really good area, in my opinion, to take profits off the table. And now I'm just kind of deleveraging the trade just because I'm not liking the VIX potentially getting this bounce right here. And this could be a potential higher low based off the Fibonacci, right? If we drew, so you guys understand the fib that I drew, right? I drew this when I came back from dropping my kids off. I drew this fib right here, right? And I'll take some of these lines off so you guys can see it a little better.
All right, yes, it's or not NQ. VIX is starting to get that rejection as well.
Mm-hmm. So what I did was I drew this fib right here from this low to this high, right? And that landed me the golden pocket between 50 and 61. I only really use the fib as like resistance and support levels. That's basically what I use it for. So once we got this 61%, this is what I've been working on over the weekend. Is I started using the fib as confirmation to go short or long, because if I understand that on the hour, right, we're in this rising wedge, right? Well, if I want to short this, where do I want to short it? I want to short it after a huge rally. Why? Because it's overextended. So where can I identify that rally? Okay, if I put a fib at the top of this rally and then I spot sellers, anytime price is above the 50% retracement on the fib, then I can look to short the market if I understand what the market is trying to do. That's why I thought that this was a good short. I just wasn't sure if we were going to continue to flush because it's a new strategy. I'm working on it, right? So say again, brother. Yeah, go ahead. Of this particular uptrend from this morning, yes. No, this is swing low. So I don't know. I don't make the fib. No, because this is okay. So if this pushes up, the first number you're going to get to is 50. The second number you're going to get to is 61. It wouldn't make any sense for this number to be 60 and this number to be 50. The higher number should be the first number you'll get to, because if I was to put everything back on this fib, right? Like if I was to put all the numbers back on the fib, it would go in succession territory, right? Like it would go like if I just put everything back, right? Let's just go 0, whatever, right? 1, whatever. You get the point. The 0 line is going to be up here, right? And then the 1's down here. So 23%, 38%, 50%, 61%, 76%, 78%. I didn't change anything on my settings for the fib. Unless it's in, I just don't know. I didn't touch anything.
Doesn't depend.
No. I think you're misunderstanding my thought process. So let me finish the thought process, because I think that's where you're confused. So my thought process is this: if I'm looking to go short, right now, again, most people use the fib to look for areas of retracement to go back up. That's not what I'm using it for. I'm simply using it for support and resistance. And just hear me out for a second. So what I'm looking for, because I understand the overall view of the market, is we're inside of this range, right? So at the top of this range, I need to be looking to go short. So I use the fib to say, okay, at what point would this market potentially retrace? So I say, okay, above the 50%, I'm going to look to short the market. Could you be in trouble with this trading strategy? Yes. If it's not in confluence with something else, it's not going to work. But it's in confluence with something else, right, on a higher time frame, right? If we're like I said, if we look at what the market was doing, if I was to just go to the 15-minute, right, and I drew this box right here, right, this box right here is what the market is rejecting. From a higher time frame, we're in a downtrend, right? So above the 50% retracement, I'm looking to short the market, right? Period, point blank. If we're in a downtrend, if I can spot reasons to short it, I'm going to short it. I didn't short it today because, again, this is a new strategy. This is a new wrinkle that I'm adding into the strategy. And I don't know if it's going to work all the time, but it's something that I'm willing to try on my Mondays. So to your point, on the way down, I should have been short here. And this would have been target one because it would have been support for people to play the retracement going back up. So I could have got out at 44.08, right? This would have been target two. Again, another support level for people to look to long the market back up who play the fib. I'm not using it that way. My overall target would have been this demand or this gap fill to me that's acting as demand, right? So the same is true if I leave this here, right? If I was to draw another fib, right? And I drew it from here down to here, right? Which is, I think, the fib you're talking about. It's the same fib, it's just flipped, right? Now, like you're saying, I would be targeting the 50% retracement from the swing high to swing low. But if I'm drawing it from swing low to swing high, then I would be targeting the 61%. So you're correct. It's just the opposite way. You see what I'm saying? No, it's not backwards. Mine is drawn for the uptrend. Yours is drawn for the downtrend. It's not backwards. It can't be backwards. It's impossible. So mine was drawn from the uptrend. Yours, the one that you're referring to, you drew it from the swing high to swing low, which means you're trying to identify the retracement on the downtrend. I'm trying to identify the retrace. I had it drawn already for the retracement of the uptrend, which basically puts the 61 and the 50 in the same exact area that just flipped. That's it, because the distance is still the same. 50 and 60 are still the same. You feel me? All right, bet. Cool. Yeah, because it was confusing me when you said it. I'm like, okay, I think I know what he's doing. I think I knew what you did. I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure he drew swing high to swing low. Okay, yeah. But ultimately, basically what I'm doing, instead of drawing support and resistance, I'm allowing the fib to be my support and resistance, and then I can use that as target areas. That's why you saw me started taking contracts off when we look weak up there, right? So now I'm in one contract out of the three. I'm netting 315. I'm risking 400 to see if I can get the overall move that I think we're trying to do. But these bears look strong at these resistance levels, so I'm not going to fight the trend. I'm just going to take what I can get, go to a level that makes sense. Basically, what I started to notice in my trading is a lot of times I'll think that the market's going to reverse. I'll take this exact same trade. And this is what I looked at on my TradeZella this weekend. I'll take this exact same trade expecting the market to continue to push because we found bulls that came into the market. But the bears have been so strong on the overall trend that guess what? I'll lose all the money that I made being up 30 or 40 points up here. But if I can find targets, right, to help me, then I can say, okay, well, I made it 30 points and this is a resistance level based off the fib. We look fairly weak up here. So if we come up here again, I'll just take some contracts off and I'll feel good about that TP1, right? Like that, I can basically use that as like checkpoints, so to speak. And I don't feel as bad like saying that I didn't hold all the way through. It's like, nah, like, bro, you held to a checkpoint and the market didn't agree. You know, so you protect your profits. So,
well, while you guys were talking, I got short, but I'm seeing some buying down here and some resistance by the bulls. So I'm just watching this closely. But
are you short on ES or NQ?
Yeah, I'm short on ES.
Okay,
but yeah, it's no. But it looks like I don't know. I'm looking at the VIX right now, and the VIX is trying to pop up, but it's hitting a little bit of resistance.
Where'd you get shorted?
41.65.75.
Oh, that's not bad short at all. I like the ES looks so much cleaner. Jeez.
Yeah, we made a new high, but we did it on like really high volume and got rejected. So
I didn't even wait for the pullback because I didn't know if there was going to be
He
one.
said, "Fuck that pullback."
Yeah, so as soon as I spotted some selling, I was like, all right,
Yeah.
I'll get in, I'll risk the high, and then I also liked how VIX made that hammer candle in demand. So I was like, okay, well VIX made that hammer, and then it started to push up. So I'm hoping we can break VWAP, and 2020 on VIX has been kind of a support / resistance for it. So if VIX can get above there and then hold above its VWAP, then I think we could sell off. So my target right now is below.
Okay, 14,290 is a long for me. 14,290. Okay, down here, yeah, I like that long at the bottom of the wedge, and then for me and 4,460 short. My hands are off if we stay in that range. Yeah, I don't like this range at all. I like Justin's short, however, because I do agree with him. The VIX is definitely looking like it wants to get busy. So I think that this short will actually print because now the next the market's next. I just got stopped out for my last remaining contract. So I made all my money back and turned a profit. But 307 market has to break through 307 and it looks like the VIX wants that bounce. That's what I was talking about when I identified this area. I said, I'm taking profits here because I know the VIX will look to find more buyers here. And look how aggressive the VIX came out of this area. If I was looking to long the VIX, this is where I would long it. Yep.
That was the high. That was the higher low I was talking about on the VIX that I was seeing.
VIX.
That's why I got it in my trade because I was like, "Ooh, this could be a higher low," and then potentially the downside would be a much better trade.
But my entry was better, so I could hold through until I got to the resistance level, and that's why I took profit at the resistance level. But see, here's the other part you need to be cautious of: is this could also be the rejection level on the VIX because now we're in this range, right?
Yeah.
Buyers haven't been able to push price above here, but sellers haven't been able to push price below here. So now buyers have a job to do, and they have a really good opportunity here because they could break structure and close a gap all at one time, right? Like this looks very aggressive on VIX right now. So
that's a very, very good point. Thanks for pointing.
See what I'm saying? Like they have a very good opportunity here, but if VIX gets rejected here, this will be a higher low. Basically, the same thing you saw here will now be appearing on ES or NQ.
Agreed.
So this could be a higher low being put in on NQ, as well as, it's just a lot going on. And this is why I fucking hate Mondays. This is why I don't trade Mondays. Anybody wants to know why? This is why.
No,
there's too many things going on right now.
I agree 1,001% with that analysis. Actually, that this could be the higher low. Like it was both like higher low areas.
Yeah, it's literally the opposite. We're looking at the inverse range.
Yes, I agree 1,000%.
And that's what I started doing is like really, really studying the relationship of the VIX, and it's really just helped me so much because all I do now is I trade the VIX as if I'm looking to trade it, right? Like I trade it with my same strategy, and then I look over to see what price is doing. It should be doing the opposite, and then I'll go in that direction. It's that simple to me. Like if you have a strategy that works on SPY or you have a strategy that works on NQ, add the VIX to that and start doing that same strategy on the VIX. And I promise you will feel much better. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to add the VIX. I'm trying to add little confluences that just make my strategies just a little bit better. I'm trying to fine tune it, right? Fine tuning every little thing. And you see the VIX doing that aggressive liquidity sweep, right? Getting ready to potentially trap a bunch of sellers up here. That aggressive liquidity sweep that makes us look like we're about to go ham. And then next thing you know, we just pull the rug. And then you see, well, it's trying to trap sellers because if the VIX is going up, then we're going down. So we're trying to trap sellers on the way up to potentially take the market long.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? It's just inverse, right? Like if the VIX is going up, I'm talking about sellers. If the VIX is going down, I know it took me a while to wrap my brain around it too, bro. Trust me. But it's inverse of everything you say. When you see the market when you see the VIX going up, you're talking about sellers. When you see the VIX coming down, you're discussing buyers. So
yeah, the VIX is trying to push.
You're trying to get me today, ain't you? You own it today. He trying to get me today. Yeah. No. I want you to ask those questions though. Like I want you to make sure you ask because no. Jonas so stupid. Like I leave that shit up to you. But yeah, the way that I have to comprehend things, like I have to really get into the nitty gritty. And I know sometimes I lose people because it's been like that my whole life. But I also will try to be, I try to make sure that you guys get it in a way that I understand it, because I think, and see, look, liquidity sweep and immediate rejection inside of that supply zone. Right.
Yeah, I just bought 2 back right there.
Yep. And then you see here, NQ's doing the opposite.
I might just get out of my whole position.
Higher low being put in. Actually going to take the market long again here with small size.
I want to see if we don't reject this area right here, then I'm probably going to just get out. I want to give the market a little bit of room, but I took profit. I took profit down there at the lows because I didn't like the potential. So it's good to take. I want to take something off the table. That's something I hadn't been doing before. But now that I've taken something off the table, if we reject down here, then I'll just move my my last 2 contracts
2080
to down to 58.
Yeah, VIX last resistance. Go ahead, brother. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But they all have their little niches, because I bought some Apex accounts this weekend. I haven't traded them yet, but yeah, I told Jay, I said, man, how can I pass this up, bro? Like I bought like 5 of them hoes. I was like, it's $100 for 5. Like, give me 5. 50K, yeah. I'm gonna go back and buy 3 more 150K though. 3 more 350K, and I'm gonna just let them sit until I'm done with the 50Ks. Because once I'm done with my goal is to just trade 5 micros on everything. Like 5 micros on the 50Ks in my Topstep, as well as the Apex, just 5 micros. I don't need any more. I just don't. Right. And I'm just gonna do what I do and feel comfortable with 5 micros. If I blow an account with 5 micros, it'll cost me $18 to reset it at Apex and $50 to reset on Topstep. But I'm just gonna continue to do what I do with 5 micros. And then once I get a profit, once I start to pull out some profit, then I'll feel comfortable going over to my 150K accounts, trying to get those funded with 2 minis. So my goal is to play 2 minis on over there, risk $1,000 per trade, try to make 3 to 5,000 every trade. So it's the same thesis, right? Like, you're not thinking about, basically I'm trying to use the micros to get confident in my ratios, right? And then the next thing is just doing the same thing, just adding size to it. So
exactly. And that's what I was trying to explain to Malik, is like, get comfortable with your strategy on small size where it doesn't affect you when you lose or when you win. And then size up, because once you can size up on a larger account, like, it's not going to matter, because like, okay, yeah, I might have taken that $1,000 loss, but I was good taking,
It's the Matrix what's his price no matter what, Jay.
I'm about to get out of this trade. I don't like what I'm seeing.
Are you short?
Yeah, I'm still short. I took
profit, I would probably get out, because this 1 hour, this gap on NQ is basically acting as a 1 hour demand zone. Basically, that's all it's doing. And I'm long here at 340, 340.
I'm gonna go ahead and take my profit here. All right, I'm only down $40 on the day now, so I went ahead and just took profit. I didn't like how we were struggling. We may reject, but
anybody want to join me on that Monday day off?
No, I'm actually trading pretty well. I
wasn't talking about you. I was just talking shit, just because the market's just been moving super slow today.
Yeah, that was.
I think ultimately we're gonna take off. I think the market's just taking its sweet ass time.
Yeah, we just put in ultimately a higher low there. We just sold off way more aggressively, and like you said, on VIX, we just weren't able to get. We weren't able to hold above.
Buyers. Sellers haven't been able to push the VIX up above 2040. Escape the Matrix has it at 2080. I think that's the overall high, way up here, right? Like, I think that's the overall high. But I'm just talking about within this 5-minute range. Like, with my 5-minute strategy, the way that I would play this is I would be looking to short the market here and long the market here. That's it. Yeah. Because neither one of these ranges have been proven to break, right? So if that's the case,
I guess the
then I'd be looking to long down here and short up here. Sorry, I thought I heard somebody in the background. I'm like, wait a minute, anybody here?
I think that was Jonah.
Oh, okay. I'm like, bro, I
heard it too. I heard it too.
No, he thought. I think he says, maybe, is your kids at home?
Oh, shit.
Oh,
I heard something
bro.
too.
You know
Maybe it
Halloween
was you.
tomorrow, man.
Maybe it was you.
Oh my god, bro.
Your
Hold
house
on,
is
man. Let me go
haunted.
get my.
Your
Let me
house
go
is
get my.
brand
Let
new,
me go
unless
get
it
the
was
thing real quick. I'll be right back. Hang on.
unless it was on a burial ground. Your house was built on a burial ground. That should sound like a little girl. That's why I thought it was, because I heard it too. Nah, his kids are at school today. That's why he was tripping. Because if that was his, then yeah, that's a scary situation right there. Somebody came home, you know. Nah, he also said it was freezing cold too, and he drove them home. So if they came home, nah, I think I just heard it again. I think that might be your daughter. Yeah,
Escape the Major said, "I don't want no bullshit trades. If I don't get a shot today, I'll try again tomorrow, and I'm fine.
yeah.
I'm here. I hear you, bro. I haven't taken one real trade all day. Like these are all paper trades, and the Discord didn't think that I was going to do it. I guarantee if there was an underground bet, they were thinking that my ass was 100% going to trade today. It's like this motherfucker's not taking a day off from trading. But I did a lot of soul searching with my wife, with my family, just talking, just talking about things and talking about trading, and just I just told him I just need to stop fucking around and just have that millionaire mindset. And I feel like the millionaire mindset, it's not about being a millionaire, it's about being disciplined, right? And part of that discipline is being able to not trade, right? And just observe the market for what it is. And that's what I'm trying to practice. Is I'm going to stick to what I deem are the best days for me to trade. It's no knock on anybody else, but I don't like Mondays, so I'm taking them off my resume.
I think Long's.
What's up, brother? Yeah, I pay up on that little bet.
The little side bet that we had going. I had faith in you, Hobbs. I had faith in you. I think. Nah.
No, just to know I'm very disciplined when I want to be, bro. And here comes the Bulls.
Yeah, this makes sense though.
I may add if we get above 4410, I'm gonna add. I mean, if we get above 442, I'm gonna add some contract.
This just turned out to be a pullback to go higher.
That's what it looks like.
Because
well, yeah, I mean, say that shit again, Jonah.
But I mean, if you it was a sexy
that shit
move.
Was beautiful. But
if you look at it though, we came back, we made that higher low. We just couldn't break down lower, and now we're coming up higher. So, like, I shorted the market right here. It worked out, but clearly, I think the move was to go up. It's hard for me to want to short when we have this supply zone right here, or this demand zone on the VIX, because that basically acted nicely. So I don't know, we'll see. I think continuation will come if the VIX can break through this though.
This is more realistic though. Like, I would never trade 3 minis on a 50K account, but I would trade 1 mini. I wouldn't do it right now just because my focus is 5 micros, but I think this is realistic. If I get up enough on 5 micros, let's see if we can get to 3,000. Let's see if we can fund a 50K account today, guys. If you get long at 336, no guarantees, but let's see if we can't fund this. Let's see if we can't fund this 50K account. Let's go for 3,000. Yeah, facts. Yeah, but that again, Joe, that's why I'm trying to add the confluence of the VIX, right? Like, the VIX is also in a range, but at least it gives you confidence that the market is going to continue to push up, right? And that's what's really been helping me, is charting the VIX. And now I'm not just charting the VIX, I'm basically trading the VIX, right? So now I'm looking at the VIX as my ultimate tool in addition to Bookmap. So Bookmap means something to me, VIX means a lot more. So that's why I put them side by side. Stupid area to trade is at least for me. I mean, again, some people like this area, some don't. I like what I'm seeing. I like the confluence of the area. I like the rejection here by bulls. I think it's a good quality trade. And opinions are mixed. Everybody thinks about it a different way. I obviously don't have real risk on the table, so I don't know how much my opinion matters, but I don't know how much y'all give a shit about my opinion, but
All right, we're coming into that 5-minute supply zone right here.
3,000 is definitely egregious. That's fucking egregious. But I I think that's absolutely egregious. I think more realistically would be 391 would be the exit, right? Like 391 would be my exit, basically right where I took profit here. But since I only have one and it's a paper trade, I'm gonna go for the gusto, right? I'm gonna go for the 3,000. But nothing about the market today has said that it wants to go, it wants to give us big moves, and that's why I hate fucking Monday. Because on some Mondays we get these ridiculously like slow uptrends. Like the market will just rally all fucking day to the upside or dump all morning. What's up, bro? It was just all day, just cutting us up, and what my ass was doing the whole time. Yeah, I'm gonna go short here. I'm gonna short the market here. I'm short the. God damn it! I think that's what I decided I was done with Mondays. That was the day. That was the day I decided. You know what? I'm fucking done with Mondays. I told my wife this morning. I was like, it feels good to have a day off today. She's like, you're not trading? I said, no, I'm coming to work. I'm just not trading today. Fuck that. Nope.
This liquidity.
I'm clocking in, but I ain't getting paid.
Liquidity up here is still this liquidity is massive. If we can break through this liquidity, again, this 4170 level, I'm looking to short again. I'm just waiting to see what happens up here.
I think there's so many things you could do up here, bro. Like, I agree with Escape the Matrix. Fuck that.
I think we're in a very nice defined range right now.
I agree. Question is, which direction is the range trying to go to? I'm locking in another 300.
That is the fucking question.
Not fucking. There you go.
The market's about to sell off again. I just don't. I want to see a higher low be put in, but it looks like the market is just. Oh god, damn.
Stopped out for 300. So much for 3,000. So much for 3,000. He said that's a little egregious, House, even for you. Even for you. Maybe I should draw a pink box at 290.
He loves your pink box. Pause.
Yo, shut up. You shut up right now.
I said pause. I paused.
Maybe I should draw a pink box at 14,290 for the market. Maybe I get a shot. Hey, bro.
They love your yoni.
Look, this market, this is some bullshit here, y'all. Like, this price action is booty.
Now we're putting in another higher low.
Yeah, Monday you know what my other key was to not trade today, bro? When I looked at the news, I see we ain't had none. I said, nope.
Hans, welcome to the stream. Haven't seen you here before, bro. He said, don't eat.
Don't eat. Oh, you talking about me?
Yeah.
And my strawberries? My bad, bro. My bad. These motherfuckers delicious, bro.
We are breaking down again. I'm not mad I missed this breakdown.
Impressive.
I did not see this shit coming.
Hans, if you won't, man, I'll mute while I'm eating my strawberries, bro. I can't. My wife can't stand the sound of me eating strawberries, bro. Like ASMR. Anything juicy or my wife can't stand it.
Damn,
that's why I can't stand when me and Justin be talking. Yeah, Justin be talking. What you say? What?
What?
Yeah. Oh my god. I'm just gonna repeat. I can't fuck with Jonah, man. I cannot fuck with Jonah, bro.
Jonah said supposed to like the way he eats because she wants to know what that mouth do. What that mouth do. Let's go, Jonah. That's just hilarious.
Oh shit, we put in a rising wedge pattern, a bear flag on freaking NQ. Time to go down.
Escape said, or a brown box. This market is a fucking pervert.
Pervert. Y'all are gross. That's fucking disgusting.
Oh man.
The market is literally just filling liquidity in both directions. Like this is why I'm gonna go play. Oh, I beat Spider-Man, by the way.
Damn.
I forgot to add that.
I ain't played since Friday.
I beat Spider-Man this weekend. So I've unlocked the ability to play on like the hardest of hards level. Oh god, pause.
Hey, I didn't say nothing. This is all Hobbs. This is all Hobbs. I didn't say nothing. He's got a pink box. He's got a yoni, and apparently now he's got a brown box. I said nothing. This man literally said, "I'm waiting for them to come in my box." So again, I have never said.
You see how quick he snitching? You see how easily he be snitching, Jonah? This is what I'm talking about when I say he the ops. He didn't waste no time. He wasn't trying to hide nothing.
I also did not say what that mouth do.
Yeah,
Jonah said what that mouth do. I just repeated him. I didn't say nothing. I just repeated. I gotta make everything clear and put everything out on the table right now.
She said,
no.
That's what she want to know. She want to know what that mouth do.
Said all this
singing
stuff.
like a canary.
I'm just repeating. Damn right.
Snitching.
Damn right. I'm snitching so I don't go to jail in my own home. Okay, I don't need that life. So yeah.
Hey, bro, I feel you.
Hey, you better.
I think my wife don't put me in jail. My dog is this motherfucker soon. She low key like. First, like you know how your wife be hitting it. Justin did it. We all heard. Don't believe. Yeah, exactly.
Escape. You're the one who started this with the brown pink box stuff, not me. I'm sticking on all y'all motherfuckers.
Jay, you know how like your wife really wants something. Like you remember when your wife wanted a Tesla? I don't even know if I should bring that shit up.
She still wants a Tesla, but
you know what I mean? Like my wife now wants a dog, but she's really nice about it, right? Like she'll start off a year ago. I told her about 2 years ago. I said, when we get a house big enough, we'll get a dog. Well, since that time, we moved into a decent sized house, but we ain't got no gate, and they won't let us put up a gate, which is okay too because we can buy a gate. However, my kids, man, they responsibility level has diminished, and I'm trying to work on it. Right, like I'm just getting the 3-year-old to pee in the little race car. Right, still trying to get him to poop in the race car. He won't do it, right? My you already know the story about my oldest kid, and my youngest daughter attention span is just dwindling right in front of my eyes. Like I need to get a brain scan. So so my wife is like, every day I get not every day, but a lot of the times I'll get a picture, of a. Did I cut out? I'm good.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, I don't know why I cut out for a second, but I'll get a picture of like a puppy, a rescue, every now and then, like this has been going on for like 7 or 8 months, bro. Like just little random pictures of dogs. So last night I'm cooking and she shows me another random picture of dog in front of my daughter, and I'm like, would you please stop showing me pictures of dog? Like we not getting a dog. Like it's not happening. She's like, bro, she went, oh, why not? You said when we left Washington, we were going to get a dog. I said, I knew it. I knew y'all secretly wanted a dog. I was like, it's not happening. And let me tell you why. I said, because I'm going to be the person having to get up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, walking this damn dog. I said, if it shits in the house and it stinks, I'm going to be the person cleaning it up, not y'all, because y'all not going to do it right. I said, he's going to be pissing all over my brand new carpets, scratching up my floors. I said, look at the cat. I said, y'all locked the cat up in the damn garage and he ripping shit up. I said, you think I want to get a dog in here?
Y'all already got
y'all mind?
Yeah, facts. Yeah,
bro, I got a cat. This motherfucker scratches up everything. I don't have a cat. My wife has a cat, so I have a cat. But you know how it is.
The cat came first too, so it's unfortunate.
Yeah, the cat came first. If it was me or the cat, I gotta go.
The cat came. I still
bro.
remember the time y'all lost the cat. Your wife was going crazy.
Bro, my wife was ready to kill me. I'm here back testing her. We was talking about something about crypto, and my wife is like, "Babe, the cat is missing." I was like, "I told y'all to stop leaving that damn garage open." Like, I ain't even sure. Her and my daughter is damn near in tears, bro. I'm cracking up with Justin. Like these motherfuckers acting like this a whole human, bro. When I tell you, I got like literally the worst look in the history of looks. My wife cussed out with emotional tears and shit. I was like, I'm really starting to feel like the cat is way more important than me.
Oh, definitely the cat's way more important than you. I don't even know why you ever felt any different. The cat was always more important.
Yeah, he said, but I don't give a fuck because I'm a stranger on the internet and you live with her, so I'm good. You get jailed, I get nothing.
I know where you live. Austria. I'm coming to Austria. Don't even worry about it. I'll find you.
The decision to not trade this market today has been the best decision ever. I haven't even opened up my Tradeovate, and there's no reason to
break out of this flag. I'm just gonna wait and see what happens because right now we're flagging, so we're bear flagging too. In my
break
opinion.
Out to the basement and go start my campaign on Spider-Man. I'm hard.
You know what's funny about your dog story though?
Shut up, Jonah.
You know what's funny about your dog story is that this weekend Well, so first off, just some context. I want a dog, but I don't have the time, and my wife doesn't have the time.
Yeah.
And two, why are we going to Australia so we can find this motherfucker escape the Matrix? Because that's where the fuck he lives, and we gonna make him not a stranger. We're gonna put his ass in jail.
Going.
But anyway,
she said, "I think I keep coming in at the wrong time."
Yeah, I think so too. But I don't have time for a dog. She don't got time for a dog. And my biggest reservation about a dog is if we ever want to go anywhere, like sometimes we be going out of town, then we got to find a place to board the dog up.
Exactly. With a cat, I just told my brother to come in and check on the cat, feed him, whatever. We got a cat litter box. We cool for at least 3-4 days, even a week.
Do what they need. Yeah, exactly.
A dog, like I gotta take my brother would take him. My brother would take him because he got 2 dogs over at his house, but. Even with his, you remember how the dogs was over there, always barking and shit, jumping on me and shit.
Yep.
I love dogs. Don't get it twisted. I love dogs, but I feel like until my kids hit a level where I feel like, okay, when they at work or when they at school, then I'll take care of them. But when they come home, it's your dog. Like I don't need no more dogs. Like I've dogged out. Like, I don't need no more pets. So I need my kids to be at a responsible level where I'm like, this is your dog. I'm just taking care of it when you at school. But they're not there yet. And my wife can't deny that. And she knows that. But she don't care about none of that. Because she said, you know what she told me? I said, I'm giving you logic. You're giving me emotional responses. She said, fuck your logic.
I mean, it's a cat. It's her cat.
I'm so sick of your fucking logic. Fuck your logic. It's a dog. I was like, all right, man. What you want me to do? This is why I married you, because you're freaking hilarious.
I meant Austria. I meant Austria, not Australia. Austria. We're going to the land of Arnold Schwarzenegger. But so this weekend, I didn't tell my wife this, so if she's listening, she probably is.
She's definitely listening.
She'll probably. I forgot.
He about to do the ultimate op.
I'm about to opt myself. It's fine, though. I forgot about it till you brought up this conversation. But I was driving and someone was giving away free Australian doodles. I don't know what the fuck these dogs look like, but they're probably my wife's speed for dog, and plus they don't shed, which is a positive. But I think they were all out by the time I walked away. But there was a sign that said "free Australian doodles." Let me look and see what this.
That's the worst one. Those are the worst ones. My wife sent me them too. The free stuff. I'd be like, I don't care if it's free. It's not free to me. It's a freaking liability.
It's not an ugly ass dog anyway. I would never want this dog. It's ugly.
She got her eyeballs in the chat, bro.
I know. But I'm set on a German Shepherd. Like, if I was ever to get a dog, it's gonna be a German Shepherd. What, Jonah?
Yep. It's supposed to snow tomorrow for Halloween. My wife want to go trick or treating and shit.
Well, good. I'm glad we're in agreement on no to a dog or any animal. I'm great. We're on agreement to that, because right now the only animal we got is a Dilla in the backyard. I'm trying to get the motherfucker out. So
he ain't even no pet.
We already got a rodent. We already got an infestation.
Y'all try to off his ass.
You're damn right. You're damn right.
Epstein the Dilla.
Epstein the Dilla. Oh my god,
dude! I was just gonna say, in regards to the market, guys, look at the hour chart. Just look at the hour chart. Like, if you're thinking about doing anything, just stop what you're doing and look at the hour chart. Like, literally nothing's happened today. Like, nothing. Today has just solidified my Monday thesis. I don't fucking trade Mondays. Fuck Mondays. Oh my goodness.
We do have 15. We did create a new 15-minute supply zone though that I would be interested in trading off of if we can get back up there. But that's about it.
I ain't interested in trading none of this. The market has lost my interest.
Well,
there will be no trades taken.
We are flagging right now. So
yeah, we got a bear flag, nice bear flag going on right now. But I mean,
I'm not gonna trade it though. But I mean, look at VIX. Like you said, VIX ain't going nowhere. So
yeah, we haven't gone anywhere. And when I see the VIX like that, it's also an indicator. It's an indicator to go play Spider-Man.
Bro, my next door neighbor, he had smoke bombs.
Yeah, I'm trying to kill
it. So my next door neighbor has smoke bombs, right? So he was like, use a smoke bomb and kill it. I was like, yeah, let me talk to my wife first, because she might be pissed if I just do it without her consent. So I talked to her. She's like, no, don't do it. The whole time I'm like, I don't give a fuck what she says. I'm gonna do it regardless. But I just want to give her a shot to put her in.
Yeah, I wanted to make you feel like you was in control. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So she's lucky though. The smoke bomb didn't work. We couldn't light it because it was too wet. So unfortunately, I was
He
going.
tried to.
I tried to, but it
I
didn't
told
work
him to use
out.
that.
So.
I told him to go get some mixing, some cement.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I could do that too. I could do
Bro,
that.
you know, I was randomly scrolling across like the richest black people in America or in the world. Do you know who like some of the richest black people are? You know what they sell?
Music.
Nah, cement and sugar. There's two that live in like Nigeria. They own like cement and sugar companies.
Oh,
And they're not just rich. These mofos is like $8 and $12 billion is their net worth. It's like ungodly amount of money.
The sugar makes sense. The sugar makes
Nigeria. Sense. They one company makes cement and the other company, one of them makes cement, but both of them own companies that make cement and sugar. The sugar makes sense because I think that's where you say again. This market sucks. You say what now? Is it? Yeah. Well, I don't know. I've never actually tried.
Dry cement expensive though, where you got to mix it
up
yourself, or is because wet cement I assume is probably expensive. I don't.
She said
I
you
don't
put
get,
a Drake about Holly on her.
Haley.
On me.
I don't know what that's about.
I don't know either. You know your wife's way more hip than both of us. So.
Yeah, I know that Haley said something about liking Drake or something, but that's about all I know. So,
oh, here come these bulls. Oh shit!
Damn. They coming back up, but I expect 4170 to again act as tough resistance. So we'll see.
Man, this is an ugly day. Yeah, it's 11 o'clock, bro. I'm about ready to go play Spider-Man. I'll look on my phone later and see this market break out. I think the market's gonna break out. I think if we get above 479 and hold, we'll break up and go to 607. I'm just not seeing that, and I don't want to waste my mental capital watching this market all day. Oh my god, look at this break.
No, I completely agree.
I'm gonna give it about 30 more minutes,
Berry.
and I'm out of here.
Yeah, I want to see what happens up here.
All right, Jonah,
brother.
All right, brother.
All right, peace. Halle Berry, he asked her to use her picture for an album, and she said no, but he did anyways. Oh, okay. Didn't know that. What? I don't even know what album that was. I've never.
Yeah, I was about to say, what album did he use Halle Berry's picture on?
Yeah, I've never seen that.
Did she sue him? Before. And why did he need to use Halle Berry's picture? He's a rapper.
Did they? I don't think they dated. Did they? Were they together for a little bit?
I don't know. I don't know who Halle Berry's dated. I just know at one point Halle Berry was the most wanted female artist of all time. Not artist, but actress.
Yeah. I think she was dating some like rich white billionaire.
We're getting that absorption down here.
Oh, the Slime You Out song? Really?
Slime You Out. You need cement and sugar for everything. Yeah, I mean, you definitely need sugar for everything, right? That's why they're so rich. And cement is literally the entire infrastructure. You cannot do anything infrastructure-wise without cement. So, yeah, it makes sense that they're like the richest people on the planet. She doesn't own rights, so not able to sue. Oh, that's... But I mean, she doesn't own the rights to her own picture to be used for...
No, she doesn't own it
to be used.
She doesn't own it because it wasn't it. It was a picture taken at the the Nickelodeon Awards, the Slime Awards. This is actually a really funny picture. Here, real fast, I'll just show you guys the picture. I'd be pissed too. I'd be mad too, honestly.
I see why he wanted to use the picture now.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
This is trash price action, man. I think I'm out of here. 5 more minutes. I think I'm about to bounce. This is stupid. There's no need to be trading right now.
Yeah, there's not much edge in the market. I think
I'm gonna go for a walk.
If you didn't take the short, you didn't take the early long or the rejection that we kind of called out off the tape. We're just consolidating.
Yeah. Usually, you wait for Monday to put in that high or that low, but I just feel like because there's so much news this week, like the higher or the low probably won't come from Monday. It'll come from one of these news days. Like this, I feel like this week is setting up to be real stupid.
Yeah, I don't know. Ultimately, we may push. I mean, we did break yesterday's or Friday's high of day, and we haven't gotten anywhere near the low. So we also
I got
held
us
a
going to
gap.
607.25 and maybe 760.50. That's where I think we go.
Yeah.
Between 607 and 760. I don't see us breaking down, in my opinion. But if we do, I think we come all the way down to maybe previous day low. I know you like the shorts, but I honestly think this thing is going to go up.
Well, I only like the shorts as long as we're below 4170. If we get above 4170, then I think the market should continue because there's not much resistance on the. Actually, there's no resistance on the tape at the moment. So they're all trying to load up this 4170 to 4172. So as long as price is below there won't be any continuation. But I think this may be the push to break it because we made a lower high, we made another lower high, and now we're making that push back up. So this should be the push to break potentially.
Are you gonna stay?
It's not buy your wifey lunch day. It's cook your wifey lunch day.
We like everything on that.
I got fucking homework.
I cooked my wife lunch. I cooked my wife dinner yesterday, so I'm not bringing her ass lunch. She could have packed it. That was on her.
Yeah,
I probably should have packed it for her. I normally do, but she knows Monday is my day that I don't do anything. Like I don't trade now, right? Like I don't make breakfast because Sunday I usually make a big dinner. So like I'll be like, look, it's on y'all if y'all want to pack it up. But Tuesday through Friday is when I'm back on everything. So I'm gonna go get my walk in.
I want to see this. I think this level's about to break. I want to see if we get bullish. If we don't break this level, though, it's not going to be a good time for.
Set 2 alerts for longs and shorts. I wait. Yep, and I think that's the best way. Like from a mental capacity standpoint. I mean, for us, we do the YouTube thing, but I mean, I don't have to be here. Like he doesn't have to be here. Like we're doing this to record our journey. But for me, my journey is. I came here just for you guys this morning. I don't even have my Trader Vade open, right? But tomorrow, if this was Tuesday through Friday, I would just take a quick break, maybe go grab something to eat, and then I'd sit and watch because I know that there's a move coming. Right? The market, I don't think is going to consolidate all day. I think the market's just taking out liquidity after liquidity, and ultimately, I think buyers want to push this thing higher. I think we were right to get in long down here. It's just taking fucking forever. If I'd have stayed in my long and not got stopped out, I'd still be up on this trade. It just would have taken forever. So I think my idea to long the market down here was spot the fuck on. Everything that I was saying played out perfectly, and that's the only information I needed to know from today. Was am I seeing the market properly? Does my strategy pretty much work? Yes. Below the 50% retracement, I was looking for longs. Above the 50% retracement, I was looking for shorts, and it worked out. It mixed it with my strategy of 5-minute demand and retest, mixing it with looking at confluences from the VIX as well as Bookmap. It worked out. That's all I need to see. I only need to get 30 to 60 points out of this market per day, and in 30 days, I'll be sitting pretty, right? That's the way I'm looking at it. And then I'm going through the next 30 days, right? And then the next 30 days. Every 30 days, I'm going to reevaluate myself to see if I'm staying the par. And I think the only thing that you can control is being disciplined and consistent. You get consistent by being disciplined. So I'm trying to be disciplined in everything I do. Every phase of my life, I'm trying to be disciplined in because that's what's going to translate to my trading. So today, there was no trades for me, but I can still be disciplined. I can go for my walk. I can read a chapter of a psychology book while I'm on my walk. I'm eating healthy. I'm eating some fucking strawberries. I had a bagel this morning. You know, I'm taking care of my body. I don't have any trades to log because I just took paper trades. But, you know, I can look over, you know, the market tonight, see what the market's done, do some charting later tonight, hang out with the wifey, hang out with the kids.
Take out.
Watch some Monday Night Football and get some good sleep tonight and get ready to go on my walk in the morning before I trade or before I chart. So other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call it there. Jay, you going to stick around?
Yeah, I'm going to stick around just until this liquidity breaks. I want to see whether we break this liquidity or if we actually fail here. We're trying to break it, so I just want to see what happens. The VIX is it's starting to try to push up, but it's getting rejected. So I just want to see what happens. If we fail here, then I'm probably gonna get off too. I got a lot of catching up to do with homework and stuff. I got a lot of things else I could be doing, and not staring at the charts, not do shit. So
Ooh, I'm gonna download The Biggest Losers Win, and I'm gonna go for a walk and read a chapter of that book. I
yeah, I
think I
got
got
that book. I got that book as well.
I don't. I think I might even have it. Honestly, let me see.
Yeah, I think we finally wanna push through all this liquidity. Let me show you guys on NQ or ES. So this was the block of liquidity I've been watching. You can see it's just been sitting here. When we got up here, this was a short I took where it rejected the liquidity. I got short like somewhere in this area right here. And then I wrote it all the way down. So I'm just looking to see if we fail again. We broke above the area, but we haven't broken above all this liquidity. I think once we get above this entire liquidity, I think the market has a clear shot.
We're at on NQ. We're at previous day high at 41025.
Oh shit!
Right at the top of that bear flag. So
Okay.
heads up there, right there.
Yep.
Right there, previous day high, so that could act as resistance as well. So
Yeah.
I don't know. We're still in this bear
There's a lot of
flag.
reasons to short the
There's a
market
lot
here.
of bullshit going on right now. So I will talk to you guys later. Discord, I'll leave my charts up, or if you want me to switch to book map, I'll do that as well. Just let me know. Better yet, I'll just switch to book map because you guys aren't gonna get anything from my chart. So
All right,
I'll holler at you, brother. Don't stay up here too long, man. Good
All right,
luck.
bro. All right,
peace.
peace. Yeah, I'm probably not taking any more trades. I just want to see what happens at this liquidity area right here. I just want to see what happens right here. This is all I'm worried about. If we break this area, then you can say night night to the Bears and be out of here. So we'll see what happens. NQ's also at an area where it wants to reject. So, and this was the pre-market area as well on NQ that I was watching earlier. So, I just want to see Apple's in a nice rising wedge as well. It's in a nice like area of possible rejection. Yeah, it's not the greatest drawing, but whatever. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so just want to see what happens here. This area could reject or it might not. I don't know. Right now, it looks like we're building value up here on the book. We're not really dropping down. There's a lot of liquidity up here that's really thinned out. So I think bulls want to push this. If they push this, then fuck it, I'm out. But if they don't push it, then I might look to trade. And the bulls are trying really hard. They got a lot of orders. I don't know why Hobbs's shows, but mine doesn't show the tooltip that I got on here. But there's like 700 orders, 800 orders sitting right up here that just got filled in this bubble. And then there's like 800 over here. Oh, I can't. No, that's fine. So let's see what happens. You're welcome, Xavier. Just waiting to see if this fails. This can fail. I think a potential short opportunity could be coming. It might be short-lived though. All right, here's some selling coming in. You can see they're loading this up even more. VIX is at a potential bounce spot right here. We still never broke below this low. And they just put a whole bunch of orders right here. But bears are failing to bring this lower. Let's see. Yeah, I like how they just loaded this up. Could be showing that they don't want to price to get any higher than this. Just gonna be patient. I guess Hobbs is sharing his book map. It's probably pretty similar. Let's just wait and see what happens here. The VIX is starting to catch a bid now. 50 cross, 200 on SPY on the 1 minute. Is that to the upside or downside? All right, this is what I want to see. I want to see us come back up, potentially try to grab a little bit more of this liquidity. That was a pretty bearish candle on the 1 minute. Just waiting to see what happens. Waiting to see what this liquidity does. Waiting if we see strong buying, strong selling. I don't know. What was that? Where was that 5 minute? There was also a 5 minute. All right, we got pretty close to that 5 minute supply zone as well. This drop, base drop. We got close to that as well. I still haven't seen enough yet to go short. I do like how we had these really strong buyers get denied up here, though. They couldn't get filled. I like that. There's a lot of strong buying at the highs, but we didn't really go anywhere. We filled a lot of these buyers became sellers when we filled this liquidity. So we'll see. VIX is also starting to push up a little bit. So and I believe we broke this little uptrend we were into. So I just want to see one more push up into this area with strong buying fail, and then the selling to start to come in, and I would look to get short. I think we're coming right back down. Oh, upside, but haven't confirmed yet. 4136 is the value. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we might get bullish too. Like, I don't see why we couldn't be bullish up here. I think this is the make it or break it level for bulls and bears. This area's got a lot of liquidity, and it's been on the book. They lined it up here when it looked like it was going to break, and then they added it right back. So, and see, here comes the dump. I just didn't get enough of what I wanted to see. To enter. But let's see. I would love to see this pull back and fail. This is also looking kind of bullish on the way back up, though. That's fine, though. Let's see if they go for another break. Or maybe this might fail. I don't know. I don't know. Looks like the VIX is starting to fail as well. So I didn't want to enter just yet. The VIX is still trying to push itself back up. We also broke this previous high too, so that's another reason why I want to be a little bit careful trying to short the market up here, because we did break that previous high. So just want to be a little careful. I want to see this rally fail, or else this will just be the higher high, and this will be the lower high on this whole uptrend. higher high, lower high, higher high, lower high, and then we come up, we break this and make another higher high. So your theory about the 50 crossing the 2 or the 50 crossing the 200 and us going back to the upside could very well be valid. So I want to see this fail. I would love to see this strong buying come in again like this and it fail. So it's what I'm waiting on. And at the same time, I want to see the VIX continue to push up, which right now we're not getting a push up on the VIX. And we actually just held a line. Hold on, I'm getting a phone call though. All right, guys, that level just broke. I am no longer interested in shorting the market. The VIX is going crazy. So I'm going to call it a day here. Even if this thing breaks down, I'm going to call it a day. We're continuing to make higher highs, higher lows. I'm not really interested in longing the market here. And I'm not interested in shorting the market anymore. So, yeah, I went 1 for 2 on the day, down like $40 or so. So not bad. And I'll come back tomorrow and trade and potentially take some more good setups. But if you're looking to get long, the long was right here or right here. You could have longed it both times. So the setups was there. I took the short instead. It's all good. I make some money on that. And I just mistimed the long here and here. So no, Hobbs is not coming back. He is done for the day. He wasn't trading anyway, so he didn't want to stick around. But yeah, I got some stuff I got to take care of. So yeah, I'm going to call it a day here, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for coming. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, like the stream. And we'll catch you tomorrow, same time, 9 a.m. EST. So till tomorrow, peace.